Y'all know what it is. It's the Find the Boxer game. Purchase a box for a chance at winning $500. One of 54 boxes has a missing boxer inside. Purchase your box or boxes by Cash Apping $ usual 50/50. Include your box number, name, and email address. Your box number will be confirmed and sent directly to your email. Each box is $20 with a 1 in 54 chance of winning. Remaining proceeds will go directly to the LDBC meet and greet in Las Vegas. Shout out to the LDBC, and remember,
it's a usual suspect day.
Y'all know what it is. It's the usual suspect 650-50 draw. Buy your tickets now for your chance at winning half the pot. Cash App, $ usual 50/50. Tickets are on sale for $10 for one, $20 for 3 tickets, and $50 for 10 tickets. Put your desired amount, name or alias, as well as your email address, and your tickets will be set. We announce the winning ticket numbers every other Friday on Supreme Beats Boxing Talk Bullshit on the Beltway, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Remaining proceeds will go directly to the LDBC meet and greet in Las Vegas. Shout out to the LDBC, and remember,
it's a usual suspect day.
Flex, the livest one in the section. Fit the runner, boy, you nigga, no question. You would run a motherfucker hot stepping. Hey, you never had a big enough weapon. Motherfucker never learned your lesson. I'm an 88 pack nigga. I'm an 88 pack nigga. I mean, day walker, drink blood, fangs out, full moon, motherfucker change like a hoe, nigga. I'm just a nigga from the hood trying to stack a little cheddar for the money.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. Lightweight, baby. It's time to bleed this morning. Drew Titan Bronx on deck. Shout out to the mighty LDBC. Let's do this roll call real quick. I got some things I got to say. Style boxer, salute, brother. Dow Big G, Big Blackwell, Steve Elder Mac. Yo, what the hell? Yo, every time I turn around, Streamyard doing something different. Now, when I see y'all on the Streamyard, I see y'all at. Some of you I see you at. The others, it's just your regular YouTube name. That is bugged out. Hold on a second. Let me see something. That's wow. Hold on. Let's see. That's wild work. Hold on. I'm just now. That's crazy, bro. You see it? Look at that. Now I see y'all at. That's how you can find someone's real page. Mark Hairston just says Mark Hairston. See that? Steve Elder Mac. It says at Steve Elder Mac 2703. You see what I mean? That wasn't there yesterday. Oh, yeah, I just want y'all to see that. Tony G in the building. Go to payperview.com. It's up there. Payperview.com. Make your purchase. 9 p.m. tonight. The event starts. Mark Wunderlich, Utah in the building. Joe, what up, Joe? Rod Neal, Mind of Mansa Musa. Mr. Shelton, Todd Swindle, Vince, what up? Deacon Dollars, Jamel, Main Biker, Brother Reef, That's my brother Mac in the South. No, I'm sorry. That's Snoop. I'm sorry. It's my brother Snoop. See? You see? It look different now. You see what I mean? That's Snoop right there. See? It's different. When they start doing this. Jamel, what up? Coach Hudson in the building. Son of Tank. That was a great live you did this morning. I was there. I'm all here for it. Son of Tank. MJ Total Health and Wellness. 704 Joe, 88 Sports Talk. Some of y'all ats are different from your regular name. It's different from your regular name, like Snoop. Some of your ats are different. I recognize by your icon, but salute to y'all. 88 Sports Talk, Jalen Hudson, Isaiah, Acondo, my brother. Yeah, the Gmail is showing. Ain't that crazy? Ain't that crazy? That's wild, you see? YouTube did that for a reason. You know why they did that? YouTube listens. I'm gonna tell you why they did this. I'm gonna give you an example. And salute to everybody. True Boxing Night, salute. Let me tell you why I think they're doing this now. There's been a lot of people trolling, right? And what they've done is they'll take your emoji, they'll take your avatar, clone your channel, and go somewhere and start trouble. They just did it, for example, they just did it on Champ's side last week. I was watching, and Champ's side was going back and forth with somebody, and then he said the channel's name. It was Everything Boxing. It was Keon. So I take my phone out of my pocket and I look, right? And I said, I bet you that's not him. Because the conversation they were having doesn't even sound like anything Keon would say. So I said, wait. And then Champ's side figured it out. So I pressed on the avatar. I go to the channel. No subs. That fake page was made like 3 days ago. I said, you see that? So I reported it. And when you report it to YouTube, there's an option that says impersonating another channel. When you select it, it says which channel is it impersonating. So I went to Keon's channel, I got the link from his channel, and I put it in the complaint. And then YouTube sent me an email saying thank you, and we're gonna investigate da. And I saved that fake channel. I went back the next day, it was gone. So YouTube took it down. So what they're doing here, I believe they're putting, I'm not saying I'm the sole reason why they did it, but I'm assuming it was happening in abundance, because it was. So what they're doing now is they're putting the Gmail. So it's easier to know, yo, is this the real guy or not? That's what they're doing. Because you can't clone a Gmail. Gmail won't let you do it. They'll say this Gmail is already being used. So if it's really this person and they're on your channel, you know, going crazy, you can actually contact them directly. And if you're being harassed, you know, it makes it easier to get law enforcement involved in their respective states. When the police ask you, well, he said he's going to kill you and he put your home address in there. Okay, well, how do you know it's him? Well, look, this is the Gmail. Y'all get to work. Y'all get to work, and the law handle it. So yeah, thank you, YouTube, for listening. We've only been asking you to do this, I don't know, the last 10 years, last decade. Yeah. So I'm kind of liking this. Kind of liking this. And salute to y'all. Jeremy, I see y'all. Yep. So I just want to show y'all that, because I just saw this morning. Just now, when I just turned on, I'm like, why is it doing that? Whatever. Anyway, wait, hold on. Let me check my other channel, see if it's doing it there. Okay, it's not doing it on Pep Talk, on my Pep Talk page. It's doing it on my bigger channel. Okay. All right. So I'll take the comments off. All right. Just want y'all to see that. Xavier, what up? All right. So let's do it. Mo G, salute. So it's fight weekend. And I'll be paying attention starting tonight. Our brother Deontay Wilder, Bomb Squad, still at it. About to go in there and handle some business, man. And we stand 10 toes down with our brother, man. We are all we got. Y'all all know the story from start until current. And I can go on and on and on about why I support him. And the haters can go on and on about why we shouldn't. But when they say why we shouldn't, it explains exactly who and what they are as soon as they open their mouth. They're uneducated. They don't see things how we see it because they are incapable. And some of them can be racist. Either way, it's uneducated. Whether it's racism, whether it's lack of education, ridiculous. Now, Alex, I'm not in Kansas City. I'm not going to be out there. If I was going to be out there, I'd have been out there yesterday. But everything's calm. They're ready to rock and roll. He's 100% healthy. Like any other athlete, he's human. He has some struggles. And the word that I got is he's beyond that. He's overcome that. And he's right where he needs to be. So, Bomb Squad to the casket. You feel me? Now, I watched some film on Hearn. I'm sorry if I'm butchering his name. But this shouldn't last too long. D's supposed to smoke this guy. All right. And he's going to get the job done. And I already know what people are going to say. Oh, well, he's supposed to. He's fighting a bum. Yeah, exactly. So what? I don't care. This is what you're supposed to do. Nah, Derek Gaines, they ain't change your name. They ain't change your name, brother. I was just talking about that. They ain't change your name. They put your Gmail up there. They're making it easy for the content creators to know who you are and contact you. Yeah. So anyway. Yes. And I don't mind this. There's going to be people that are saying, oh, he's fighting a bum and I don't care, whatever. Meanwhile, if you look to your right, you see Jake Paul there, right? Oh, well, Jake Paul's not a real boxer. Oh, shit, I don't know. He sure does generate a lot of revenue, a lot of traction. All right. I told y'all he wasn't a real boxer, but here we are, right? Don't listen to me. Don't listen to me. Yeah, you're right. He's not a real boxer, but he can call out Canelo and they entertain the possibility, right? You can do that, right? Didn't he even call out AJ fairly recently? He did. He did. He was trying to get that fight. Call out Canelo, call out, all right, about to fight Tank, but he's not a real boxer, right? So you know what? That's why I put him there next to Deontay Wilder. He's fighting Chavez Jr. and they're going to do some serious numbers. Chavez Jr., y'all. Jake Paul has exposed the entire industry of boxing. It is a goddamn freak show. Hand-drawn, that's the okay, thank you. Hand-drawn, okay. No disrespect to the brother, but you got to get this work tonight, brother. Yeah. You got to get this work tonight. Exactly, Stormy. No one talks about AJ's bum bashing list, and that's fine. That's fine. Like I said, we know the truth. We know the truth. And Deontay deserves some get back just to stay warm. Just to stay warm. And what he decides to do once he's warm, once he gets hot, is what he decides to do. And if he decides to have I don't know if you want to call it one last big run against a big name, then he deserves it. And I will rock with him if he decides to do it. You know why? Because I am what you call a true supporter. Okay? I'm a true supporter. Period. You know what's crazy? All right. I was here when AJ lost, man. I don't think I was doing content. My channel was obviously smaller. But you know how many of those AJ supporters abandoned ship? Those AJ fanatics abandoned ship, started talking crazy about him. I went to the UK channels just to read what they were saying. I knew it. I didn't want to say anything, but I knew this would happen. He's really a bum. I would have liked it more if he lost to Deontay. He gonna lose to that fat Mexican. They were dragging him. Then they made excuses for him. I said, man, see, these dudes ain't real. But I like the fact that Jake Paul is active. He's trying to fight fights with big names. I like that. And is he a real ranked boxer? No, he's not ranked in any sanctioning bodies. No one's telling him to run it back with Tommy Fury. Why not? Y'all want to act like that fight ain't happening, right? So he's not a real boxer. He had a loss to, you know, we could say what we want, but Tommy Fury, that those boys grew up in the gym. They have an understanding of the basic game, but nobody told Jake Paul to run it back. You notice that? Why? Is it because he's not a real fighter? When he lost, did anyone say, oh, he's done? You see, he finally fought a real fighter. He's done. Hang it up. No, he's done. None of y'all said that. None of y'all said that. You know what you did? You bought his next event. That's what you did. That's what you did. See, I see you dudes, man. I see you. That's why I can ignore you. I can ignore you. Now, Jake Paul's fighting Chavez Jr. is going to do some numbers. I don't know, man. Chavez Jr. got exposed a few times. But you know what I'll say? There's spots of him that, you know, he is tough. I want y'all to go back to the Sergio Martinez fight. Sergio was tapping him up. In that last round, you remember what happened? Boom! And Sergio was hanging on for dear life. He almost had him. And if Chavez Jr. had more discipline, kept the weight under control, stayed in the gym, put down the marijuana, y'all forgot about that, right? He may have been, you know, at least a contender. He had some talent. Nobody was checking for him until Jake Paul pulled him up out the dirt. And y'all gonna watch it. Y'all gonna watch it. But what I'm saying is, no one can tell me about my brother Deontay when y'all even tell Jake Paul to run it back with Tommy Fury. Tommy Fury outboxed him comfortably. There was no part of that fight, and I watched it. You know why I watched it? Because I was hoping Jake Paul knocked him out. I don't like anything with the Fury name attached to it. I was completely rooting for Jake Paul. And I'm watching it like, son of a bitch, look at this. Tommy's fighting him off the back foot, pushing him back in spots. Tommy was bigger than him. And Jake couldn't do anything with him. And I said, man, yeah, he dropped Tommy. But at no point did we say, oh, man, here it comes. It wasn't even, bro. I think that may have been the only fight he won. I'll go back and watch it again. That may have been only a round he won. But at no point did I feel Jake was winning that fight at all. At no point. At no point. And do y'all remember when it was said, Mauricio Silliman said that the winner of this fight is going to get ranked in the WBC rankings. I don't know at weight. I don't know if it was cruiserweight or heavyweight. I don't know. Did Tommy get ranked? No. The play was if Jake Paul won, they were going to rank him. That wasn't for Tommy. Tommy can't even come to the United States. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Him and his fat ass brother and his dad. Because the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. None of them niggas can come to the United States. Did Mauricio Cinnamon tell you that? Uh-oh. But he was willing to put these dudes in the ring. Man, get out of here with that, man. Get out of here, man. It says, remember when Breedis wanted to fight Jake Paul? A lot of real dudes want to fight Jake Paul. But Jake Paul is a sideshow. He's, and I say this respectfully. Just listen to what I'm saying. He's a Super Saiyan Butterbean. If Butterbean was around now in his youth, he'd be a sideshow. He'd be knocking out all these YouTubers. There's a few over-the-hill boxers and MMA guys. He'd be able to knock the fuck out in a boxing ring. But past that, when Butterbean got into the ring with a real boxer, he didn't look good. When he fought Larry Holmes was beyond old. Beyond old. And you see it in his like physically. His neck looked like it barely moved, but Butterbean couldn't get past the jab. And then went to the cause. I don't recall if it was a 10 or 12 round fight. I don't recall if it was an 8 round, but look, come on, man. Larry stuck the stick in his forehead. Couldn't do nothing with him. And I said, man, you don't put Butterbean gets in there with a really like a ranked heavyweight. He gonna get hurt, man. And Jake Paul knows what time it is. My brother, NBA legend Kendall Gill. I had him on the show. I spoke to him on the show and behind the scenes also. He wanted that Jake Paul smoke. He fights for real. And Jake Paul ignored him. Shaq, everybody said, yeah, man, Kendall Gill, he wants that Jake Paul smoke. And Kendall Gill really fights. And guess what? Kendall Gill's like 6'8". He's actually taller than Deontay. He's actually bigger than Deontay. He's like 250, and he's in shape. He will beat Jake Paul's ass. Jake Paul didn't even answer. But he'll fight Nate Robinson though, right? Now, am I talking bad about Jake Paul? No. Did I lie on him? No. But he's accepted. With that loss, he's accepted. Any Jake Paul fans listening to this, mad at me at what I said? Let me just ask y'all a question. Why didn't he run it back with Tommy Fury? Why didn't he get that lick back? Why didn't y'all tell him, yo, go get that lick back? Tell me. I'm curious because nobody talks about it. But I turn around every time I talk up Deontay. When this video uploads or sometime during the show, there's going to be somebody coming into the chat or when the video uploads, oh, Deontay's done and he lost to Silly Song and oh, yeah, Fury. Oh, yeah, blah, 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 blah. Whole time y'all about to watch this Jake Paul Chavez Jr. shit. Whole time, none of you say, yo, run that back with Tommy Fury, though. Get that L back. Why? Because he's not real, like I've been saying. So how the hell is he moving the needle and he's not a real fighter? Why? Because the people that follow him are not supporters of the sport. Y'all like the freak show. And if Tank Davis beats Lamont Roach and gets in the ring with Jake Paul, he's contributing to the freak show. And if that happens, I'm saying it right now, this morning, June 27th, 2025. If Tank Davis ends up in the ring with Jake Paul, I will no longer acknowledge Mellow Yellow's career. I will no longer take him serious at all. I don't care if he fights Jake Paul and turns around and legitimately tries to fight his contemporaries. He should not have wasted a moment with Jake Paul. Jake Paul is doing something else, and salute to Jake Paul. This ain't hate. Salute to Jake. Boss, this ain't hate. Salute to Jake. He found his path and he made it. He's doing good things with female boxing. I respect it. But it is what it is, man. You knuckle draggers have been conditioned. Y'all hold all these black fighters to a standard. You have a lot of negative to say about Deontay, a lot of negative to say about Devin, a lot of negative to say about Errol, a lot of negative to say about everybody. Meanwhile, Jake Paul, through all of this dysfunction, Jake Paul, he didn't come in through the back door and rob the bank. No. While y'all assholes are fighting with us, fighting with your brothers, we telling y'all stay on code. There's something happening here. Relax, we're doing something here. We're fighting against the power. Through all of that dysfunction, Jake Paul looked around, walked in the front door, didn't rob the bank. He made a withdrawal. The tellers was like, here, just take the money, man. Something's happening outside. I want to know what's going on outside. What them niggas doing? Look at what he got on. Look at those tattoos. Look at that hair. Meanwhile, Jake Paul snatching the money off the top of that damn counter. And when the dust settles, look around. Well, why is Jake Paul so rich? You don't, while you was fighting at our bank, you didn't see this white boy walk in here and just take the money and walk the fuck out? You didn't see that? You didn't see that? No. Because that white man in the bank was camouflage. It was normalized. It was, yeah, nigga. Yeah, you motherfucker. Yeah, I keep it real, nigga. I'm from the gutter, nigga. Yeah. Hey, how you doing, sir? The line's right over there. Go ahead. Yeah, nigga. Yeah. And the whole time, he's robbing you blind because you don't consider it robbery. He took the money out the bank, bought a car, and you love the car he bought because you helped him buy it, you stupid ass. Y'all remember that scene in Boogie Nights? Y'all saw Boogie Nights? Y'all remember that movie? Funny ass film. You remember the diner scene? You remember what happened? Y'all remember the diner scene near the end of the movie? With, what's his name? Damn it. Oh, God, I'm having a brain fart this morning. What's the black guy's name? Having a brain fart. Help me out, chat. I don't feel like looking his name up. Rhodey from Iron Man. No, not Mark Wahlberg, Jeff. Salute, Jeff. What's his name? What's in that? Yeah, Don Cheadle. Thank you. Y'all remember he was trying to get a loan because he wanted to start his own business, but the problem was he was a corn star. And when he had to let the banks know what he did for a living, they said, look, we don't, first of all, we don't co-sign that type of work. And then we look at you strange. And he's like, no, I'm an actor. It's just acting. Remember that? And he was really trying to get out of it. He had a real job and he did corn on the side. So he was all down on his luck and he goes inside this diner. He sits down and he's like, man, what am I going to do? Whatever. He's down on himself. There's a few people sitting there and somebody comes in there to rob the place with a firearm. He got his hands up. He's all panicking, looking around. The guy's like, yo, put the money in the bag. So the lady starts putting all the money in the bag. Now, mind you, this movie takes place in the 70s. So he put money in the bag. There's a guy in the booth who has a gun. He takes out his gun, shoots the robber. The robber's gun goes off. He shoots the waitress, right? There was another, hold on, y'all. Unbelievable. Yeah, There was another customer. All right, the customer goes down. I don't know how many people, but when the bullets stopped flying, everybody was dead except Don Cheadle. He got blood on him. And he's like, who's? He's looking around like, yo, everyone's dead. The dude that shot, the robber got shot. And then the robber shot the customer with the gun. The waitress got shot. The other customer got shot. And he's standing there with his hands up, sitting at the table. And then he looks around like, yo. And it was like an ungodly hour in the morning. The sun wasn't up. And then he looks down, and all of that money from the register was in the bag. Frida's March salutes you. Good video. And all the money was in the bag. And he looks around, and then he's zooming on the bag, and he's just looking down at the bag like, yo, everyone's dead. I didn't do anything, but you know what? Now, the reason why I pointed out that this movie took place in the 70s is why. There was like really no Big Brother like there is today. So obviously, he took the bag and just walked out and left. He didn't do anything but take the money. Was it wrong? Yes, but listen. Hey, man. Okay. That's kind of like Jake Paul, who already had fame. But while everybody in there is fighting over boxing, and I love Fury because he's balding on coke. And I love AJ because of his abs and legs, and DA ain't got no legs. And we over here saying, yo, make the fight. It's about boxing, a clean sport. And while we over here fighting, this dude's knocking out Nate Robinson. This dude's getting Mike Tyson fights at 60 years old. This dude's fighting Chavez Jr. This weekend. It's like, what are we doing? So I'm done. I'm done, saying, yo, this guy shouldn't even be around. I'm done with that. Y'all deal with it. Because I'm not dealing with it. I'm not. I put him up here for a reason. There's real fighters up here. And the reason why I'm not calling him a real fighter, cool, is he ranked? I don't care about the Nate Robinson thing. Nate Robinson got flatlined. It looked really dope, right? And I'm glad he's okay. Then he turned around, needed a new kidney. I'm glad he got a new kidney. Salute to him. The brother was dying. Woodley was an MMA fighter. Didn't care about that. But apparently it don't matter what I think. I remember when Logan Paul had a fight and he put himself as the co-main event. I think he was a co-main event against KSI. You know what was the main event? Demetrius Andrade. And I watched it for Andrade. And I said, who's this dude? I said, oh, those are YouTubers. So I watched it. And it was clear that they weren't as polished as real boxers. You can tell. I'm like, okay. That was over. I was waiting to see what Boo Boo Andrade was going to do. And I'm watching the main event, and people are leaving. I'm like, oh, man. Wow. There it is. You got to understand, when I tell y'all, people have to qualify to have a conversation with you about boxing. That's the shit I'm talking about. What you know about boxing? Yo, man, Jake Paul knocked out Nate Robinson. Oh, okay, all right. Yeah, it looked good, didn't it? Okay, all right. I'll keep the conversation right there. I'm not going to start chewing you out like, yo, man, that's not boxing. No. I'm not going to waste my time. If I ask you about boxing and you start talking about Jake Paul, your conversation, man, first thing out your mouth should be like, he's a sideshow. He's not a real fighter. I guess it's fun to watch. All right, cool. Outside of that, please. But he walked in the front door and made a withdrawal. And y'all let him do it, which is why I ain't got a problem with it anymore. Plus, there's people that are not even ranked that are really calling him out, like my brother Kendall Gill. Really called him out. He ignored it. I had guys at my job saying, hey, man, you know, Mike Tyson could still get him. Mike Tyson, I said, yo, if y'all don't stop. There's 2-minute rounds. He's 60. His knees hurt. And I'm willing to bet they have an agreement. There was things in that fight that only real fighters pointed out. It's a sham. I know there was a point in this fight, and see, only maybe Coach saw it, maybe Stormy saw it if he watched it. There was an instance in that fight where Jake rolled in the wrong direction, and I know Mike saw that shit. 20 years ago, that's a left hook, and he's going to sleep. Mike didn't throw the punch. I was sitting in my living room watching us. I said, oh, what? I said, it's a setup, bro. Any other time, Mike would have flat. I said, yo, he rolled. Coach, you know what I'm talking about, right? He rolled in the wrong direction, bro. I watched it. And I said, you know what? Only people that know boxing, that trained in that ring, they know. I couldn't have been the only person that saw that. No way. Jake is a novice. He's just better than other novices. That's it. I know. Yeah, salute, Queen. I know what I saw. I said, yo. And I forgot what round. It was in the middle of the fight. He rolled in the wrong direction. It was such a novice move. And I said, oh, shit. I like flinched. Because when you've been in the game, now listen, I never went amateur, I never went pro. I sparred a bunch of rounds. So I do know shit. And that right there, what he did, that's a oops. That's a my bad. That's a, oh man, I didn't mean to do that. Damn. And if you're a pro, you know what they call it? Oh, that was a rookie mistake. Do y'all want an example of that? Y'all gonna like this. You want an example? You want an example? Y'all ready for this? The Haney haters, you're gonna like this. Linares and Haney. Devin rolled in the wrong direction and ate the punch and got wobbled at the end of round 10. And wobbled back to the corner because he rolled in the wrong direction. Winning the whole fight, boom, and he ate one. He rolled in the wrong direction. When he did it, I knew exactly what happened. And I said, shit, I'm glad that round ended, and I hope he's all right. Round 11, what do you do when you're hurt? You dance. Y'all remember when Ali had that shit in his eye, courtesy of Sonny Liston? He wanted to stop the fight. He was told, nah, dance. And he got on his bike. Clinch when you need to, and that's what Devin did. Round 12, he got his bearings back to business. Bing, 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 ricochet rabbit. Linares couldn't touch him. He learned. He ain't get hit with that punch again. He ain't rolling the wrong direction. It was a mistake. King, what up, King Corleone? Remember that? That's all that was. The difference here is, it wasn't that Mike couldn't pull the trigger. Bullshit. Jake rolled in the wrong direction and Mike didn't even throw the punch. And I looked at him. Mike saw that shit. I said, oh, man, he was supposed to be asleep. And I forget, you know what? I'm going to go back. I'm going to find that round. Because I flinched. Like, there it go. Oh, shit. I said, he didn't even throw the punch. I was like, yeah, come on, man. They have an agreement, man. Don't hit me too hard. I'm not going to hit you too hard. Mike, I'm not going to hit you too hard. And if he had hit Mike and tried to get at him and it don't work, Mike's going to go balls to the wall. They had an agreement, y'all. I know what I saw. I'll find it for you, and I'll make it a short. I will find it, though. And I'll say, this is what I'm talking about. He rolled it. I know I saw that. Jake rolled in the wrong fucking direction. and Mike didn't throw the punch. I was like, oh my God. If only the trained eye knows that they had an agreement, bro. Bullshit. But he's fighting Chavez Jr. and salute to him. He's making money. I'm not mad at that. He's doing a splendid job for a female boxing. I'm not mad at Jake Paul at all, man. It's y'all fans, man. Tay Jones in the building. It's the fans, man. About to get that win this evening. It's the fans. Y'all gave him life, so you know what? Let him live. Y'all gave him life? Let him live. I'm not mad at him. And I got him beating Chavez, what does the general call him? Cartel. Chavez, Julio Cartel. Because damn it, I don't see his falling in him at all. But I'm going to leave that alone. Kamara, what up? So I got Jake Paul. So I got Deontay. I got Jake Paul. Squirrely, what up? I got Tevin Farmer over Kid Austin. Now, these are just picks. I could be wrong. But too much experience. Tay-Tay, salute queen. It's just my opinion. I'm gonna drop the link. I want everyone's opinion on this. I got Tevin Farmer because of the experience. I don't want to put too much stock in the stare down yesterday. I'm not gonna put too much stock in that. But I think the experience. Do y'all remember Kid Austin's last fight by chance? Y'all remember it? I didn't like what I seen. I appreciate that, Xavier, because I didn't know what you told me, and then I went and you sent me those links, and I watched it, and I said, oh, God. And by the way, let me digress there for a moment. I put out a video last night about Bud Crawford. Y'all go ahead and read those goddamn comments, man. We are lost, bro. Some nigga this morning says he doesn't gossip, proceeds to gossip. You stupid idiot. You stupid idiot. I'm pointing out the discrepancies, but the problem is me. I'm pointing out the discrepancies and the potential distractions and how I don't want him to be distracted. I need him to be focused. The man already said, Kawhi, what up? The man already said, well, allegedly, this is his last fight. And there's nothing worse than a woman scorned. I just saw a video on Instagram where a chick got mad at her man for whatever reason, just drove a new car off the lot. She got mad with him and grabbed the wheel, crashed the car, and then says, let me out right here. Man, I'd have hit that bitch so hard the airbags would have deployed. See what I mean? See? Now, brothers, we walking around saying, hey, women avoid accountability. That's something we have on them now. We troll them with that. But Bud's last seed is not from his relationship. And now I got niggas in there telling me, well, I found out some other information last night. Like I always say, I can't deny or confirm. I'll leave that part out of it. But now I'm hearing that that's not even his legal wife. That's his girl. What the fuck?
What?
Brothers, we gotta do better than that. Spit out 6 kids. You ain't legally binded to this woman. What is, bro? I don't want our brother distracted. This is not the fight to be distracted in, man. This is the type of out of the ring shit that makes me reconsider my pick. That's dangerous. A woman scorn is nothing to play with. I just told y'all, I watched the video where homie, his girls crashed the car with him in it. And he says, I just bought this car. And she let me out right here. Thank you, True Boxing Night. It's not gossip when sat on Club Shay Shay and said it. I didn't know that. I didn't watch the full interview. I just got done saying why I picked Bud. I've been saying it all week, and I stand on it. But I also talk about spiritual backlash. And you young YNs don't know what I'm talking about. Simply put, you get what you put out. Every action has a reaction. And he might be on cloud nine right now, but Coach Hudson, he told y'all, you look at the Maidana Floyd Mayweather fight, the first one, you're like, why is he on the ropes? Is his legs gone? What's going on? Then you find out Miss Jackson was pregnant with twins and she aborted the twins. And threatening with legal action. I'm going to tell the world, you beat me. You know you're already a woman beater. And he's dealing with all of that, getting in there with Marcos Maidana. Had to fight him twice because he didn't get it right the first time, although he won. I'm getting to fight with people on Facebook. Nah, Floyd really lost. He really lost. No, he didn't. He won. He didn't win like how you used to seeing him win, though. Because he's not a runner like you put it. No, there go that term, runner, right? No. Where's my bananas? Planet of the Apes. Knuckle drag. Your Air Force One look like a pair of gloves. Your feet look like your hands, stupid. He won, dumbass. Anyway, y'all were doing it back then. You conditioned niggas. You Jerry Curl conditioner niggas. Y'all were doing it back then. Y'all don't even know why you're doing it. Gorilla, what up? Y'all don't even know why you're doing it, but you do it. And I'm cool, whatever. So I'm talking about the intangibles as to why the only person that could beat him in this fight is himself. Now, I pointed this out, and it'd be his luck, because now he got, okay, I want to say that this is his wife, but people keep telling me, go to that comment section. I know I struck a nerve when there's over 50 comments in there. I'm like, whoa, 50 comments? Damn. I'm the problem? Wait a minute. That Shay Shay interview was how many months old now? I didn't watch all of it. And I'm like, I missed that. And I'm like, oh my God, I didn't know that. Now you talking about this your last fight? Because now I'm understanding that woman is not his wife. So he got 2 baby mamas. Which baby mama is going to crash the car? Like that video I saw on Instagram. Which baby mama is going to crash the damn car? And I hope none of them. I hope they understand it's in your best interest. Let him get this bag, win, and ride off into the sunset. He's financially responsible for both the seeds. Just leave it alone. But if you know a certain kind of woman, and I had a conversation with somebody last night. They said baby mama number 1 is hood. I hope none of them chicks crash the car is what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I hope none of those chicks try and crash the car, man. They don't care. I just saw another video this morning. 18-year-old chick fussing with a cop. He's telling her, calm down. I don't care. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. You keep talking to me. I don't care. He said, all right, you know what? Get out the car. I don't know what she did, but it was a car stop. And whatever she did, he had grounds to lock her up. She literally talked herself into the cover because it looked like he was going to negotiate with her to let her go. But what she did, warranted her to come about that car and get arrested. I've seen this a dozen times. I've seen motherfuckers talk themselves into getting arrested. Yo, man, you made an illegal U-turn. Yo, man, go ahead with that, man. What you mean go ahead with that? You made an illegal U-turn. That's a violation, is it not? Man, yo, you just bothering me. No, you made illegal license and registration, man. Where you was about to get a warning, now you flirting. Now you about to get a summons. Now he can leave it there. Now it's license and registration. Man, I ain't got my ID on me. What? Why are you, bro? Okay, really quick. Let me read this super chat. I'm gonna give you a quick story time. Deontay in that super chat, much love and appreciation. He says, I don't mean to get off topic, my brother. How can we get the Wilder fight? That site I gotta go to and buy it. It's payperview.com, and I think you can go to Black Prime, but it's on payperview.com, and you can make your purchase there. It's on payperview.com. It's right there. So I'm riding with one of my friends in the early 90s. Makes a U-turn. Now it's New York. You're not supposed to make a U-turn over a double solid line. Everybody does it. But he does it and we didn't see the cop. I think he was parked on a fire hydrant. And all of a sudden, whoop, whoop, pulls us over. I'm sitting in the passenger seat. I'm not saying nothing. I'm quiet. Cop comes up. He says, you know what you did, right? Here go my boy. Yeah, all right. The cop says, yeah, all right. He said, yo, you know, you made a legal U-turn. There's a school across the street. You know, you could have killed somebody, whatever. He goes through the whole regime. Now, I already knew what the rhythm was. The cop wouldn't be doing his job if he didn't say anything. But he stopped us. And I knew it was supposed to be a warning. But here go my boy. Yeah, all right. He was like, yeah, all right. He said, yo, there's a school there. You making a U-turn. You know, I'm just letting you know why I stopped you. And not to do it again. Yeah, all right, man. This, you know, he looks at me, taps me on my shoulder. Yo, this nigga must be bored or some shit. He said, you know what? Okay, license registration. Don't you know this nigga says, man, I ain't got my ID. Now my heart's racing. Because now I'm sick, man. He said, excuse me? He said, man, I ain't got no ID, man. I ain't got my ID. So I'm like, yo, just give him your license. He says, nah, for real, I left this shit home. I ain't even got it, bro. Man, I just got, you called me to say, yo, let's go to IHOP and get some food real quick. And I did, and now you got me out here. Yo, you're fucking, you had your wallet. You ain't got your, what's wrong with you niggas leaving your driver's license? How often do you take your driver's license out your goddamn wallet that you don't have it in your wallet, man? Now I'm sitting there. So the cop smirks and he's like, you gonna do all of this and you ain't got your ID? He said, how am I supposed to know who the fuck you are? So now I'm tapping him like, please shut up, please shut up, please shut up. He looks at me, he says, you drive? I said, yes, sir. He said, let me see your license. I gave him my license. He said, drive this car home. And he said, you, buddy, you be careful. Your boy just saved you. Because if he wasn't here, you're in the back of my car and this is getting towed. Now, I don't want to deal with this shit. He said, buddy, drive this car home. I don't even want to talk to him. It was a black cop, too. Now that I think about it, it was a black cop. Still looked out for him. I said, yo, bro, what the fuck? You got to know when to shut the fuck up. Don't be wrong and strong. Damn. Stupid shit. Go read the comments on that video, bro. It's not gossip when he put it out there. And I was just talking about spiritual backlash. Those same 50 motherfuckers in my comment section trying to rip me and justify Bud. When I talked about spiritual backlash on my live the other day, where were y'all? You know why? Because y'all can't. First of all, y'all are not on my wavelength. Y'all don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. When I say you get what you put out, good or bad, you don't know what it is. Y'all don't know how crazy it is when he's asked about his resume and the first names he fired off is Victor Poster and Ricky Burns, and you ignore all those black fighters that really make your resume great. You ignore it off of what the fuck? You didn't even look at Canelo and say, yo, man, we got an opponent in common. The difference is I fought him when I was supposed to fight him. You wasn't even supposed to fight him. How about that, Canelo? You just make sure you ain't cheating. Bud was supposed to body bag him. Instead, he kowtowed. But I'm the problem? Y'all go ahead. Yo, listen, I hope Bud wins, bro. Because y'all not going to come here because that's Sunday, because I'm picking Bud for the smoke. But if he lose, I'm going to be here talking about what I saw. Are y'all going to be in here defending the racist shit? Because you know it's coming if you lose. You know it's coming. Are y'all going to be in here defending me and defending Bud? No. Y'all are never around. Y'all are never around. Because you're fake. And you're the reason why Bud don't like his community. You're the reason. Because y'all niggas is fake. You're the reason why Tank don't like his community. You're the reason why he said, hey, man, when you see me outside, don't say nothing to me. There's a reason. He don't trust his own skin. Niggas. Skywalker in that super chat. Salute, my brother. He says, Drew, I gave the guys the day off. The heat wave is over. I'm going to my storehouse in New Jersey and get blacker. Love you, bro, man. Love you too, brother, man. Much love and appreciation. Thank you so much, man. Bro, we had some hot-ass days, bro. It was crazy. Last 2 days, good Lord. It was all bad. And salute to Christopher Sutton in that Cash App. Much love and appreciation, man. Salute, man. He says great content, lightweight. Salute to you, brother. Hold on. Yeah, Xavier, just read what I just texted you back, bro. And I'm not going to put that out there because I'm going to sound like I'm a hater. I'm just going to leave it there, bro. I'm not going to get too deep into it. I'd rather talk the brother up. Everything I'm saying is out of concern. I want Bud to win. But I have concerns. I need his head straight, man. But if you got I got military in the chat. Would y'all put landmines next to your own bunker? Okay. All right, then. I'm concerned, man. These women want to crash the car at the last. Oh, this is his last fight? He got money. We still getting paid. I don't care. And they'll do some dumb shit just because they want to see him get his ass whooped in the ring. They getting paid regardless. And that's their get back. Nobody to blame for him but himself, man. If he get past his Canelo shit, man, retire, bro. Don't do it. I don't like this situation. My brother, fool-ass Earthman in that super chat. Much love. Appreciation. He says, homie, support the real man. Salute to you, brother.
You fool-ass Earthman.
Salute to you, brother. Salute, man. Anyway. Bulk shit, please. I got Q Wood in that super chat. Salute to you, brother. They changed your name on here. That might be brother code in there. I'm not sure. They changed your name. Mark said he got 1K on Canelo already. All right. Yeah. Yeah, exactly, Stormy. But you're speaking Chinese to the half-wits in there. Yeah, you're speaking Chinese to them. It's a whole nother language. It's English, but not quite. But I got I don't got Kid Austin winning this, man. Y'all saw his last fight, and I know you only as good as your last fight. I know that, and I know styles make fights, but I didn't like. You know what it was? You know what it was? He won. But thank you. Better Biev's ex-wife shit. You remember that? I mean, no, Bivol. You talking about Bivol's ex-wife. Bivol's ex-wife. Y'all remember that fallout? Right? What was it? I think was it right before or after the Better Be a fight? She's running around on social media talking about he beat me. Better Be a beats him, and she's bigging him up on social media. I'm like, man, if this bitch don't go away, I'm like, come on, bro. Can you imagine what? Now that's what we saw. Can you imagine the shit we didn't see behind the scenes? He got to deal with court and everything else. She trying to take the kids. They having a private argument in the house, and she got the phone up and shit. And he's running around looking like a super villain. Got him looking crazy. I said he can't go in here fighting Better Be like this. And he lost. I was like, man, god damn it. God damn. You see? I don't want Bud dealing with that shit. But he put landmines right outside his goddamn bumper. He got 6 kids from one allegedly baby mama, because people are telling me that's not his wife. I don't know. And he got one out, so he got one that's not out of wedlock. Okay, fine. Are they in a poly situation? Do they all live together? If that's the case, then scratch everything I said. But that's not what he told Shannon Sharp. And what bothered me was that the brother sat there and they laughed and ha-ha kikied about it. I said, man, come on, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. This is what we talk about. Me and Stormy talk about character all the time. Come on, man. The universe will get you when you least expect it. When you least expect it, the universe will get you. Universe will get you when it's trying to teach you something. Brother, this needs to happen. Because I trust you to carry this torch to expose the bigger problem. That's what Allah did with Devin. Because nobody could have handled that the way he handled it. I know niggas, once they found out what was done, they would have got the guns. And there wouldn't have been no Ryan Garcia. God don't put a burden on your shoulders that he feels you can't handle appropriately. I don't want to get to preaching this morning, but that's real shit. If Devin doesn't fight Ryan Garcia because of the weight situation, y'all would have been screaming that the pay-per-view sales would have been shit because he was going to fight homie on the undercard. Then y'all would have been clowning his pay-per-view sales. Then Ryan would have popped anyway, and y'all still would have said, oh, well, he should have fought him anyway if he's so good. It was a billionth of a gram. It wouldn't have did anything, and we'd have been dealing with that. So what happened to Devin had to happen. Allah used him as a tool to expose the racism, the one-sidedness, the cheating. He exposed it. When he said Allah's a perfect planner, he wasn't lying. Because where's Ryan right now? He's taking another year off, y'all. Time reveals all truth. Anyway, yeah, that's Brother Code. I figured that, brother. He said, yes, it's me, Brother Code. They put government name on here. Still salute, man. Yeah, salute, brother. This is what they do. This is what they do. And for those of you just pulling up, YouTube is putting y'all at there now. So some of y'all names look different. Some of y'all names look different. But anyway, so I got Deontay by decapitation. I got Jake Paul winning. And back to Kid Austin. His last fight, he won, but he was very reckless. He took a lot of punches he didn't need to take. And I think Tevin Farmer just has too much experience. And I could be wrong. You know, Kid Austin might have the gear. He probably fought that fight a little emotional. He's probably trying to make a statement where he didn't need to be. He didn't need to make a statement like that. But I think Tevin Farmer's experience is going to be the deciding factor. I got him winning a unanimous decision. Could be wrong. Could be wrong. You know, maybe Kid Austin. You know, maybe Kid Austin has another gear. Maybe he knows that. You know, maybe he's a better fighter than he was last outing. Corner Girl, salute. CB Sports, salute. Maybe. But I got Tevin Farmer. But I could be wrong. So, yeah. If y'all want to come up and have a conversation, you're free to do so. Put the link in the chat. What the hell is it? Where is it? Come on. What the hell's going on here? Damn it. Everything bugging out. Okay. Pin this. Link is pinned if y'all want to come up and have a conversation. Give you our picks. But those are my picks. I'm excited to see Deontay back in the swing of things. Yeah. And thank you, Tay-Tay. That's my Patreon. Y'all make sure y'all go subscribe to the Patreon. I like it over there. I play the music I want. You know what I mean? Play the music I want, and I get to tell the stories unedited, unfiltered. So when I take pep talk over there, it's real. You know, I ain't got to worry about, hey, Miguel, you can't fucks with me over there. Yeah, I be talking about you and your people. I be talking all about the broken wrist over there. You know what Miguel does? Miguel, he'll allow 10 people to sub to me and then take away 8 and then give back 3. Man, listen. Boss says I got Jake by stoppage. No, I think Julio Cartel, I think he could make it to 12 unless he quit, you know, because, you know, he got that quit in him. You know what I mean? Thank you, Rodnell. I appreciate that. Insane Talk in the building. Salute, brother.
Man, salute, man. Top of the AM, Drew. Top of the AM.
Yes, sir. What you got, brother?
I got Wilder knocking this dude out in 4.
Yeah.
I got
him early. I got him like in about 1 or 2, bro.
1 or 2?
I watched dude, and I'm like, he ain't got nothing for D, man. D about to decapitate dude.
You don't think D gonna at least carry him a couple of rounds? At least carry him.
Yup.
I don't know if it's good. It's good money though, because I know Wilder knocking this dude out. Where do you think he go from here though?
Yeah, man. I'm excited, bro.
Right.
I'm excited, man. You know, he's injury free. He looked well. I think he's rocking the waves again. He cut the hair down. He brought the waves back and shit, man. I'm like, all right, my brother back, bro. My brother's back, man. I'm excited for this, man. As a matter of fact, what am I doing? I ain't making my purchase yet. I'm making my purchase right now while I'm on. Fuck this. Xavier, what's good, brother?
What's good, brother? You know, Deontay looks like 10 years younger, brother.
Don't he? And you know what it is? It's not even the hair. It's you could tell he's less stressed.
He got rid of old girl. He feeling better now.
Yeah, he's at peace, man.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, man, peace goes a long way, man. Peace goes a long way.
But women have ways to impact a man that no other man can ever impact another man, bro. It can hurt a man in the worst way.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like, people don't understand that you know, women have the power to hurt a man worse than me and you could ever hurt each other. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm glad that he looks 10, 15, he looks like he's 25 years old, bro. he really does. You know what I mean? I know that woman was making his life living hell or something. But hey, man, I think Deontay Wilder's gonna kill this dude, bro. He's got this look in his eyes that's pretty fucking scary, bro. I haven't seen that Wilder since the Brazil fight. You know what I mean? That look, bro. I mean, rest in peace, this kid. It's
man.
gonna be bad. You know, it's gonna be bad. I got him winning. I got Chavez Jr. taking a dive or laying down for Jake Paul. I've been seeing Chavez Jr. He don't even look like he could beat me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for real.
He looks.
Did he look like he was in any kind of shape to you?
I mean, he I was at this roundabout yesterday press conference. Yeah, he looks in crazy shape. He looks pretty good, bro. Like he's in shape. But I just don't trust that dude. You know what I mean? You know, he actually lives. I want to say him and Gabe Rosado live about 4 streets down from me. You know what I mean?
Okay.
They both live. Gabe Rosado and him live on the same street.
The street of losers. I would never want to live on that street.
Bro,
let me know what street that is so I can never go down it.
No, let me tell you, you want to live on that street. Them fucking houses are $2 million.
Nah, I don't. I'm good.
If that's the street of losers, man, I can't wait to get on that street. That house is fucking ballers.
All you gotta do is lose majority of your fights. Talk shit about dudes that's actually fighting good and go even get casted in movies and lose. Yeah.
Oh shit.
How you get casted in a movie and still lose?
I mean, well, Gabe Rosado, I hope he got some money because you know he's a hater anyway. Gabe is a hater.
Gabe's got a $3 million house, bro.
That's cool. He's still a loser. He's still a loser.
I'm trying to lose like that too, brother.
I don't want to lose like that.
Shit.
Like that.
You know,
That's crazy.
But I don't see Chavez Jr. winning that fight at all. He don't look right. Who's to say that Jake Paul didn't give him a little extra money to lay down? I don't know.
Man, that man got cartel money.
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
I got
that's
Chavez
different.
stopping Jake Paul in the 5th.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, Chavez Jr. If it was all heads up, I say yeah, you're probably right. You know, I got Schofield beating Tevin Farmer.
Okay, he beating him how? Like decision or what?
Yeah, decision. It's gonna be tough to knock Tevin. I've known Tevin for about 15 years now, and he used to train out here in LA. He's a very good fighter. You know, he just gets his own ways. He's a very good fighter. I don't see Tevin having enough output for
Schofield.
Kid Austin. Yeah, Schofield. Schofield's dad's a fucking weirdo though, bro.
That man's a borderline. That man like men.
That's Ryan Daddy.
Him and Oscar play with gerbils, bro. I mean,
Schofield Daddy is the one that Ryan was talking about. Took him to the bushes.
Maybe that is the dude, bro. I mean, I was at that thing yesterday, and him and Oscar were looking at each other like they just fucked, bro. That's disgusting.
Yikes.
Yeah, that was weird, bro. Those guys are weirdos.
Can't wait till it's over to get to you.
Ew.
That's nasty work right there.
Filthy work.
Yeah, that's well, moving on.
Y'all killing me this morning. God, man. Ew.
Yes.
Oh my God. Like, get
What are you, a homo?
Yeah, he is.
The thing about the dad showed more woman traits than a woman. Like he got traits of a woman for real. Like,
bro, I thought he was a tranny.
No, you thought it was his auntie? You said?
I thought he was a tranny, bro. Like I walked in that fucking room and I could have sworn
we love
that
brown
was a
people,
transvestite.
y'all.
Yeah, like I thought that was a transvestite, bro.
brown people, y'all.
Hey y'all.
You know what? I'm convinced
Used
that
to
he
be
did
my
that.
woman.
I'm convinced he said that about Ryan for him to get that one night with Oscar. I think he really did that. He like, fuck it, Oscar, I'm gonna do this for you, but you do something for me. I think
Bro,
that's
that
why he
may be
did that.
You
made
get
me
yours, I gotta get
that
mine.
dude may be actually Kid Austin's mom, bro, being a dad. You know what I mean? Shit, he looks like a woman, bro. Straight
I,
up.
I know it gotta be embarrassing, but I know Kid Austin probably getting a ring. Like, you know what? I'm seeing my dad. That's who I'm fighting. I'm fighting my dad in this ring. You
It
know what I'm
could
saying?
be the
Him in that
kid
dress.
Austin mom is his dad.
It's a possibility.
Fucking
That could
ill.
be his mom, you know. Dude, it's bad, dude.
Has
Easy.
anybody ever seen Kid Austin mom?
You seen
No,
it. You
I
seen
saw her
him.
getting her ass whooped on the floor in that video.
I got some questions for her. I want to know how long did she know?
Oh,
Oh,
I want to know how long did she know?
I need answers.
I need answers. Hey, what you
Bro,
be saying, Drew? I got questions. I
I
got
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 questions.
questions,
questions,
bro.
man.
Like,
when he
damn.
started bending over and saying, "You go first," she knew.
Ugh. Whoa, shit. Hey,
Oh,
this competition went south real bad.
this is all
Shit,
bad.
what?
I'm sorry, because I had the other screen up. I just bought my pay-per-view for the night.
Y'all had got by yesterday.
Payperview.com.
I got mine yesterday, bro.
Yeah. Oh shit, Trick Nolte backstage, Steve. My brother Trick Nolte in the building, man. Salute, brother.
What's
Salute,
going on, Trick?
salute. How y'all doing this morning?
What
What's
up?
going on?
Man,
What's up,
out here in
Drew?
this
Brother
LA
for life.
traffic, bro.
Uh-huh. Go ahead,
That's
Trick.
Yeah.
nasty traffic.
Wait, what's that again?
Out here in this LA traffic.
Oh, what's up, Xavier? I ain't see you up there. What's up with you, man? How you doing?
Look at all this LA traffic, bro.
Oh man, Houston's bad too, man.
Is the
Y'all bad
riot
too.
still going on?
Man, ain't no riots out here, man. It was a one little street.
Oh,
it,
okay.
it was one. It was
Yo,
look.
Xavier, did Ice fuck with you? I'm being serious.
That's fucked
Yeah,
up.
they did. They did, but I'll tell you offline, man. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah. But they did because look, listen, what you see on the news is not reality, bro. Like, look,
Mm-hmm.
there was one area in downtown LA, and it was one street and one part of the freeway, and it literally only lasted like 2 days, right?
Right.
But bro, these ICE motherfuckers, bro, were showing up to people because it was around graduation time, right?
Yeah.
They were showing up to people's elementary graduations, deporting people at the
Damn.
graduation, bro. I'm like, you can't wait for this motherfucker to get home?
Nah,
Like, you got to do it at the graduation?
Yeah.
Hey,
Like,
Xavier, I heard that the hillsides was getting into it with the ICE officers. If I'm not mistaken, they said the hillsides and the Florences. Is that true or not? See,
nah,
I'm
bro.
in Long Beach, so I don't know. I'm just telling you what I heard.
Nah, bro. You know that wasn't even. See, I'm right. That's funny you say that. I'm right down by Echo Park right now,
That's
right?
right. That's right.
And them motherfuckers were like, ICE wasn't going there. Let's just say that.
Okay. So it
You
was
know
all
what I mean?
capped then, pretty much. It was
Yeah,
capped then.
it was all for everything on TV. What they're doing is they're going to people's jobs, and they're even, from what I understand, they even took some people that were American citizens, but just because they was brown. So this is what happened. They'll pick up a 10, 15 Hispanic guys, right? And you're guilty to you proven innocent. So what they do is they'll put you in the deporting process,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Oh
And then
shit.
you have to fight your case to get out. And all they
What?
say, oh yeah, all they say to you is I'm sorry, and then they let you right back
The
out.
American
Oh
way.
my God, bro.
That's
That's
the American
fucked
way,
up.
man.
Yo.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
But Xavier, I see why, because you can go to
they
the
went to
fuck
the
is
Home
that?
Depot. They went to
What
the
the,
Home
oh, the Home
Depot.
Depot. Oh,
Oh
that's
yeah,
crazy.
picked all
You
these
know you can
motherfuckers
go.
up.
I was at Home
You know you
Depot
can go to
Monday
MacArthur Park and get some good. You know you can go to
and go
MacArthur
get some
Park and get
nails.
some good documents at MacArthur Park though, so I can
Bro.
understand why though too.
Yeah,
You
I
get some
mean,
good papers down there. I got an
look,
idea too
listen.
from down there.
Jose
You know,
Jose in
real
the chat.
shit.
Jose in the chat said they did that to his dad. He's been a citizen for over 20 years. They
Yeah,
Cuban.
yeah.
Damn, bro.
It don't
Damn.
look. Listen, it don't matter as long as you're brown. They're coming after you, bro.
If you're brown, it's going down.
Yep. If you're
That's
brown, it's going
wild
down.
work.
It's like, so what I do at my office, because I got an office in Burbank, California, right? And they're doing the ice raids around there. So what I did is I locked my office up, locked everything in, and everyone that's coming into my place is by appointment only. Because I have workers that work for me that need to go home to their families, brother. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like half. Look, I
Go.
have 35 employees, brother. I'm probably losing about 15 right now because they're afraid to come out of the house.
Oh fuck. Damn,
Yeah.
bro.
Xavier, can I ask you a question? A real question now?
Yeah.
Can I ask you a real question?
Yeah,
Do
absolutely.
you think the dynamics, just because of what's going on now, do you think the dynamics is going to change within the county jail and the state prisons on black and brown relations, just on what's going on due
Already
to the
have, bro.
white people? Do you
Let
think
me
it's going
tell
to
you.
change?
Let me tell you something, brother, and you can detest it because you live out in Southern California.
Yeah,
I've never
yeah.
seen that black and brown community so as I've seen.
Hold on, you broke up. You broke up. Say what?
You broke up.
I've never seen it so. Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
you hear
yeah.
me
Start
now?
over. Cause I'm in the South,
Yeah.
y'all.
I've
You
never
talking from
seen
Cali, so I'm gonna give you my opinion too. But go ahead.
I've never seen the black and brown community so united like I've seen them now.
Right.
Yeah, like they've literally they're going to war with each other. You know what I mean? Because you gotta figure a lot of these in these black communities and brown communities, we have families within each other.
Facts. This
We
is a
have
fact.
friends within each other. You know what I mean? Is there arguments because of sports? Yeah. But other than that, there's a lot of friends and families and things, people, employees, you know what I mean? It hurts in a different way because you're seeing these people being treated like animals and just tossed into. I seen a lady right here down the street getting taken from her 3-year-old daughter. And I heard people say, well, so what's going to happen with the daughter? Oh, we'll take her in and we'll get her in foster care. And the mom's got to go back. I'm like,
That's fucked up.
How the hell, bro?
I'm like,
That's fucked up.
I understand that we have to have laws and law and order and all that. But, bro, breaking up a woman from her 3-year-old daughter, that's inhumane to me, brother. You know what I mean?
They didn't. It's amazing that they didn't have any rules in place that okay, you know, look, I understand the anchor baby stuff, but there has to be a rule in place. Okay, if these people got some children, all right, we're gonna do something, but they can't be separated from their children, man. That is just unacceptable.
She was at her appointment to renew her visa,
and they got her right before that. That is crazy work.
Yeah. That's the problem. Like, they say they were going to go after the criminals, right? Guess what?
Right.
I was just watching something yesterday. 60% of the people they deported had no criminal background.
See, and that's crazy because now the children going to be at the Inglewood Family Services Court. That's a waste of money. Now they're going to be at the Family Services Court.
I'm gonna tell you what's crazy, and this is the reality that people might not want to deal with. But yo, I gotta be careful how I say this. You're going to create more supervillains. Because I don't want to use the T word. You're going to create more supervillains than keeping the country safe.
Oh yeah.
Because these little babies that are getting separated, and they're gonna have to go somewhere and grow up a certain way. They're gonna look at the country a certain way, and some of these cats are gonna get extreme and do extreme stuff growing up. That's the possibility. And some of them might be like, yo, I'm just gonna go get into Congress and take care of this from the inside out. You know what I mean?
They're not forgetting that shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
And you know the thing with a lot of this stuff, like people being deported and they're citizens of the United States. Wait until all the lawsuits come back. Like I heard this person lost their job. You know what I mean? Because he got deported, he had to fight it all the way back in. And there's going to be a lot of lawsuits coming back. Like, again, I'm not against people being deported if they have a criminal background and they're doing things they're supposed to be doing. I understand we have to have law and order, But brother, man, how are we gonna take this woman away from her 3-year-old daughter? Like,
That's the law, though.
yeah.
You see, you playing both sides. I hear you, but you playing both sides because if I was to go to Mexico right now and my visa expire and get a job, have a baby, make a family, and the government say you ain't supposed to be over here, what they gonna do to me? Because the people that's coming over, I hear you, but you know the rules though. And these are the rules in this racist place called the United States of America. Because people say this is the land of immigrants.
I
That's a
understand.
lie. This is the land of settlers. The people that came and prospered and made more things are called immigrants. And on top of that, I don't know how the politics is out there in Cali, but down here in these prisons, especially these level 4 yards, the Supermax, it be the Paisas, the Mexicans, etc., versus the blacks. And
That's
then they
how it
get the
is. That's
whites.
how it is in
Because the
Cali.
whites
That's how
get
it is in
into it with
Cali.
us, it's the Mexicans to help them too. Now
Yep,
don't
that's
get it
how it is in
twisted.
Cali.
That's how it is in Cali.
It's a fruit relationships, but I'm gonna keep it all the way funky. Out of 1 million, it's only a few brown relationships with the black people. It's everybody versus us, bro. I don't feel sorry for nobody that knows better because America ain't never felt sorry for black folks. So it is what it is. I hear you, but at the same time, it is what it is.
Snoopy Mac, you right, cuz. I mean, you 100% correct, Snoopy Mac.
I mean, again, there's a part of me that agrees with it, but my human side doesn't agree with certain parts of it, right? Because they are deporting people with no criminal background and with papers. That's the problem I have.
That shit with the people getting deported with the papers, that's wild work right there.
They do it here in Houston too.
Oh man, you know what? The there's a dude that was in California somewhere. The kid was from the Bronx, and that's why my antennas went up. It's a Spanish kid, and he was working, and ICE pulled him over, and they were asking him for ID, and asked him to step out the car. He showed them the ID. They still harassed him or whatever, and he went and lawyered up. And he's suing. I said, "Damn, bro, it was crazy." But he showed the ID and everything. I was like, "Damn, bro."
Salute, Stephen
what
X.
I'm saying is, are there some ICE agents that are out there overdoing it? That's huge possibility.
That's what I'm getting at. Is that I understand that it is what it is. You're breaking the law and this and that. I totally am with that. But how many people are being put away and have to fight their way out, and they don't have no criminal background and they're citizens?
How many black people is getting unalived with no criminal background and no guns or anything like that?
Let me say this.
I'm with you, but you asked me about this situation.
Talk, bro. I feel you.
No, it's a slippery slope. What I don't want to do is make the comparison, because we all know the black struggle in this world.
Oh yeah,
right. I totally am with that. Y'all know I'm with that. I do got an issue when they are number one, people that are legally here. They're trying to kick their ass out anyway, because I've heard about that. There's some of that shit going on. If you're here legally, why you fucking with people? And the separating of the family, you know, we're quote unquote supposed to be better than that. There has to be some kind of rule where, okay, if mommy and daddy is here illegally and they made a baby here, all right, well, if you're gonna send them back, what are you gonna do? You can't say we're gonna keep the baby and send y'all out. That's stupid.
Yeah.
Okay, you got take your children. Don't separate the families. I got an issue with that. There got to be a line with that we drawn, because we're supposed to be better than that as a country. Let me read the super chat. And I'm gonna go to Coach Hudson. Brooklyn Born says, "Now don't think I'm some Kamala supporter, but Latinos, Hispanics voted for Trump. They need to look at the man in the mirror." There was that woman that was. There's woman that woman that was singing "I vote for Donald Trump." They deported her husband, and she was online streaming just last week. I was like, "Damn, man! Look, these chickens coming home to roost."
And the brown community needs to understand this right here, and I'm gonna leave it at this. It ain't never been us black.
You cut out
You
there,
broke
brother.
up, Monster Musa. You broke up.
Y'all, but those who wanted that card of being white,
Facts.
what's his name, Mikey Garcia. Now you see what it is when you had the chance to partner with us, your family, the blacks. We were gonna hold you down, but you see what it is. This beast don't care about nobody but the beast.
Yeah,
This is a
there's that.
fact.
There's a look. Listen, obviously, there's that part, right? There's a lot of
Always been that
intangibles.
part.
Yeah, there's a lot of intangibles, and like I've always said, a lot of people say things that fit their view in life, right? Um, I grew up in a predominantly black community, um, and I see it from my world, right? My world, I've seen more unite than maybe if you grew up in a community where you see less
Let's say Long
united
Beach.
people.
Let's say
Yeah,
Long Beach.
let's say Long Beach. Like in Long Beach, the Hispanics and blacks don't really mess with each other too much, right?
At
East
all.
Los.
At all. So I have a house in Palmdale, and he'll tell you, in Palmdale, my tenants that I have at this house is a black and brown family, and it's very common for families to be mixed out there with black and
Yeah.
brown. In
Palmdale and Lancaster ain't tripping like that though. They not
no,
tripping in Palmdale and
but see,
Lancaster like
but
that.
I'm saying you gotta. I can only describe what my world is like,
Right.
right?
Right.
Because I'm telling you from my world. You know what I mean? I can't tell you from your world because that's your world, right? Or that person's world. I can't give you those experiences. Palmdale and Lancaster and Mojave is like 500,000 people, and most of them are mixed of black and brown, and they ain't tripping like that, like you said. But
Right.
I can only describe you my world. You know what I mean? I'm not blind to the eye of other things, but I can only tell you from my world. You know what I mean? In my experience, I grew up in Chicago. You know what I mean? And Stormy B Man actually lives in the city that I used to live in. You know what I mean? We've had conversations before, and I grew up in a predominantly black neighborhood where a lot of things that weren't said nice to me when I was growing up. You know what I mean? But
Mm-hmm.
it is what it is, and I moved on with my life, and I'm good. You know what I mean? I don't have no problems with anybody. You know what I mean? But that's just my world. I can't explain to you anyone else's experiences or want to even speak for them because I didn't experience that, if that makes any sense.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I
Let
mean?
me
Well,
let me get Coach Hudson. Let me get Coach Hudson in there. Coach, man, what's up, Coach?
Hey, peace, brother Drew. Can you hear me good?
please go.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right, I'm on these Georgia roads, back roads. So if I drop, I apologize. First, I want to say shout out to our brother Deontay Wilder, who's going to be fighting tonight. All of you, make sure you blend in, you tune in. I want to say this though, because this can be a teachable moment for our brown brothers and sisters who are listening. For any people who are non-black that are listening. Black people in this country, we have had a history with racism on a level that nobody else can really comprehend. And when we try to tell people, hey, don't go that way, a lot of times when it looked like that they would have a seat at the table of these devils, a lot of times they were complicit in going against us. Now, I can understand that certain people have different experiences, but as an honorable member of the black delegation, I can say for a lot of us, we have dealt with allowing everyone into our communities, and we treat you good, we show you love, and at some point, it goes left. It's happened with the Chinese, it's happened with the Koreans, it's happened with the Mexicans, it's happened with the Arabs, and this feud that is going in places like Cali, this has been going on since the Soledad brothers. And at that time, the brown community, they could have locked arms with us, and that's not what happened. And a lot of my brothers who are incarcerated all over this country, they tell me about the hell that they catch with people that should align themselves with black people. They align themselves with white racists. So,
Facts.
I think it is horrible and it is sick for this this government to take a mother from their child, to rip a family apart. But when black people tried to warn you that these type of things would happen, when it looked like that black people were going to be the only ones targeted, people were still screaming, vote for Donald Trump. All the majority of the immigrants in this country were saying, vote for Donald Trump, until it looked like the trouble was coming their way. When they were whooping on Haitians at the Texas border, there was nobody coming to our aid. Now, what we have to do is we have to stop learning. We have to stop making the same mistake. To do the same thing over and over again and expect a different result is insanity. What I need my brown brothers and sisters to understand is nobody knows this racist devil in this country more than black people. And the next time black people try to tell you, do not support these white racists, just like the brother Drew always says, that boxing imitates life. It is an art that imitates life. The same way we deal with racism in boxing, it is in the streets. But you are just a in between them and us. The only reason why racist white people in this country show you any love, give you any type of compassion, is because they can always put you in front of black people. Because black people have been giving them hell since they got here. They had to war with us. There is nothing they've been able to do with us, and they know there's nowhere they can send us. So as long as they have an Arab, as long as they have an Asian, as long as they have a Mexican, and they can put in between us, they will do it. But the next goddamn time we try to tell you, do not align yourselves with them, because no matter how much you look like Canelo Alvarez, how Spanish you might look, they know that you are not them, and they will never treat you like they are them. I land my plane there, brother.
I agree with you 1,000%, brother.
Real talk.
Yes, sir.
I agree with you
That's
1,000%, bro.
We tried to warn them. Tyrant's Bane, salute, brother. You're on mute.
Salute, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
I didn't have this is Freedom's March, by the way. I didn't have
okay. Yes, sir. What up, brother? How you?
I'm good, man. You know what I'm saying about taking my kids to the lake. But this is what I wanted to speak on when it comes to black and brown. When I got out the Army and got back to LA, I joined this group and we went to this community call to action. And one of the first tasks we were given was to go to Hamilton High School in LA to prevent race riots between black and brown, where some Hispanic gang members were basically bullying and terrorizing black students that were trying to mind their own business. So we went up there to try and prevent these things from continuing. And our presence there definitely helped. And when you talk about black and brown in LA, there really is no unity like that. That's just the reality of it. And also, when I got back, you know, when everybody was wearing those oversized white T-shirts?
Yeah.
Clubs?
Yes.
Well, there was a memo that went out. This was like 2005, 2006.
This is a fact.
Huh?
Yep.
That's a fact.
And
East Coast is in the Florences.
yes. And I was wearing those white T-shirts. Well, there were orders put out by these Hispanic gangs to shoot any black person wearing white T-shirts.
Facts.
You know what they call it? They call it the wet T-shirt contest.
That happened. That is 100% facts.
And there were no Hispanic that I know of when we were out there trying to stop these things from happening, trying to help rebuild the community and get it on track. There were no brown people telling these people to stop. They minded their own business. They stayed in their house and they said, you know what, it is what it is. And this is what I've seen. And on top of that, let's go into government and politics. There were, I don't know if you guys remember this, a couple years ago, a few years ago, there were these city council people, right? A Hispanic woman and a couple of other Hispanic people that were having a conversation that was recorded, and they were talking about deliberately keeping black folks down. You're talking about LA city council people, right? They were working against us in government with redistricting and all that stuff, redlining, trying to take away voting, the so-called voting power of the black communities so they can get what they want done. There was no unity at that point in time. You understand what I'm saying? So yeah. I'm not saying that all brown people are like that. What I'm saying is when it came time for black folks to be aided and assisted and allied with to prevent persecution, we stood alone. Right? We stood alone so many times.
Well, let me interject here for a second. There's a history of it.
Yeah.
Can y'all see the screen? Yep. Look at the screen.
Yep, there go that clown.
I actually got that saved.
This was 1956, y'all.
Yep.
Felix Tejadina. He said, "Let the Negro fight his own battles. His problems are not mine. I don't want to ally with him." All right, that's what he said. I did a pep talk about this.
At the end of
it, this is what happened, y'all. This is real.
At the end of it,
salute the 986 in that super chat. He says, "Salute Drew, salute to the panel, and as always, salute to the mighty LDBC, man. Salute to you, good brother. Thank you so much." But look, this is real.
I just got to my office. I gotta walk in, but I'm gonna listen in and I chime in. But I got to get in here. These guys are out here.
No, brother. I'll talk to you later.
All right, Xavier.
Hey, much love to everyone, and Deontay Wilder in 2.
Yep.
Oh man,
so I got it.
Now, Drew, let me say something about this black people thing. Yeah. My whole thing is around the whole United States, bro. Black people, we can't get deported. Black people can't do none of that. So my whole thing is like, if y'all got issues, y'all supposed to be linking up with us. You know what I'm saying? Because, like you said, we've been here the longest. We can't get deported, nigga. This our home. You know what I'm saying? It's like, come on, bro.
If they wanted to know how to move and shake, we should have been the first people they should have allied with.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? But
like I said, if it wasn't for civil rights, bro, everybody be.
Well, let me address the civil rights thing. I'm gonna tell you. Let me address the civil rights thing. Let me address this. The mistake we made was calling it civil rights, because when you're a civil rights activist, you fight for the rights of everyone. We should have called it what it was supposed to be: black rights.
Facts.
Black rights. It was supposed to be rights for us, because as you can see, they were concerned about their rights. Okay. Yep. He didn't want to ally with us because he saw us getting hit with hoses and bricks and getting hung from trees while we was fighting for quote unquote civil rights, which is rights for everybody. Women, black people, and Latinos and everybody else, they were fighting for the right to be white. They wanted white privilege. They wanted to maintain their Mexican roots, their Latin roots, but have white privilege, which is why Mikey Garcia took his ass to the hotel. I mean, to the emergency room after Errol whooped his ass. And when they asked for ethnicity, he put white on it. Mm-hmm. Y'all remember that?
That's a fact.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep. And then I remember being on Facebook, and I was like, did he make a mistake? People were like, no, we're really white. I said, oh, I didn't even argue with them. You're not white, man. Christopher Columbus raped y'all. That's why everyone in Mexico speaks Espanol.
Trying to tell you.
You ever spoke to a real Spaniard? I have. They look like fucking what's his name? Sandro Martin. Sandro Martin is a white boy, but he's Spanish. I worked with a Spanish dude. You should have heard the shit he said about Puerto Ricans, Mexicans, Ecuadorians. I worked with Ecuadorians, Mexicans, Puerto Ricans, Dominicans, and you should have heard how the Spanish dude from Spain talked about all of them.
They look like Paul Gasol.
Yeah, he said they are all pissed. They're all pissed. Fuck Christopher Columbus. This is his fault. That's what he said. I laughed about it, but I said, damn.
I'm gonna tell you some wild shit. At my job, I'm team lead, right? It's like 65 of us on second shift. It's Spanish out there, Nicaraguan, Venezuelan, and Mexicans. They all sit at different tables, but they end up getting into it with a few black dudes. Guess what they did? All of them came together.
Yes, sir. Yep. Facts.
And it didn't even trip me out. And then I'm gonna tell you what's crazy. Them the same ones that came to me and was like, hey man, those black dudes always smoking weed on break and they be standing around and be coming late. but y'all the one who sold them the weed.
On my life.
Come on.
Man, I'm telling you, man, I know what I know. And I've been at the same job for almost 13, 14 years.
I have a question real quick.
They think we're coming down on them, but we just spit reality here.
Yeah.
These are facts. This is the reality.
Yeah,
There has never been a show of solidarity across the board. I have never seen it. Right?
I just want to.
There might be a few sprinkled here and there, like Canelo's cousin. I grew up with Canelo's cousin. His name is Daniel Alvarez. He looked like a white boy with red hair and freckles, and he's Spaniard. Just so y'all know, and he might be one of the ones that will stand in solidarity, but that's because he grew up around black folk, right? This is rare. So when we talk about true solidarity, when we talk about alliances, we have no alliances at all in this country. When we try to stand up against the system, no one comes to help us. Nobody.
Bro, my cousin them just had a riot Tuesday at a prison because of the stuff that's going on out here. You know they got cell phones in prison. He showed me some footage, bro, of whites, all the Hispanic and Latinos ganging on the blacks because they had the upper hand, and the blacks was like, man, what's going on out here ain't our business. And they got mad and jumped in.
Yeah, that happened all the time against black and brown. And them white boys jump in.
And that's the reason why I started to go down behind the walls now. Probably the same thing in Cali too, bro.
Oh, definitely in Cali. I believe that's where it started at.
Quick, I just want to bring up something real quick.
Go ahead, Black.
Salute to the panel. Much blessings, love, and respect to y'all.
Yeah, fam. What's up with it?
So I always like to learn from history, and we can't always judge a group by not everybody in a group is going to align with the way that everyone thinks. You get what I'm saying? So real quick, a lot of people in America whose ancestors don't come from America, they are in America more than likely after 1965, after the Civil Rights Movement, because after civil rights was passed, it made it sweet for everybody. Civil rights really should be called black rights because blacks were fighting for it. But to say that there were definitely Latinos who were helping fight for civil rights. They definitely were. And there were Asians, and there were gays, and there were women. And it actually did take the help of those minority to add to what you guys were saying. If other people came to America and aligned themselves with us, there would be massive change. You have to align yourself with us, but everyone comes to America and serves as a stumbling block for us. Because they know that they get something known as conditional whiteness. If they turn around and look and say, "Hey, look, master, I'm stepping on the nigger. I'm stepping on the nigger."
Them niggas at the gas station, all of them niggas.
Yeah, so everybody knows what it is. Everybody knows what it is. Everybody knows if we go hard and step on the black people, we get white approval. And I'm sorry to say it, Latinos, Asians, everybody does it. Every group of people knows how to come here, but it doesn't mean that individually that there aren't people who have respect and they know this and treat black people with love and respect. So I never wanted to get to a point where we disrespect other people that don't think like that and really do fuck with us. Because the civil rights movement does show that if we didn't have white women, gays, and those minorities, it would have been harder for them to listen to us.
Hey,
so
yo,
hold
on, y'all. Hold on. Let me jump in here. Hold on. Let me jump in here real quick because Tay Jones just pulled up. Judge says, why bring up race? My response is because it plays a role in everything as it pertains to black people. Why are you so uncomfortable? So
I got one more thing.
I'll say that. So Tay Jones out there in Kansas City, Bomb Squad. What we got going on, brother?
What up, Tay?
Tay Jones, you're on mute.
You're on mute.
What's good with it?
What up?
What's good, little big bro?
Man, shit was happening, man.
My man, 5'6" and a quarter. What up, though?
Nah, man, 5'8", 3/4.
I know, bro. Hey, Tay, you know I love you, bro. You my big bro, bro.
Hey, Drew, I want to say something.
Oh, wait, go ahead, Trick.
Y'all been on here about 30 minutes, man. I ain't got a chance to talk, man. Y'all
go ahead, Trick. I'm doing all this shit behind it. My bad. Go ahead, brother.
No, but I want to say something, man. And I work with a lot of Hispanic people, man, and they complain, but it's like this, y'all. We looking at the shoe on the other foot. You know what I'm saying? Because people are getting mad and upset about families being torn apart by the ICE agents. Well, ain't that what happened with us in the slave trade?
Yeah,
I was just getting into that. Listen, bro, but who started the slave trade? Alhambra Decree. It started in Spain, dog. That's what I was getting to.
The first one started in the Middle East. That was the Arab slavery.
Well, I mean
Then you got
the
the Dutch
transatlantic.
slavery.
I meant the recent one.
That's with the Dutch. Then that's with
the
the Dutch.
transatlantic
That's where
we're
it
talking
started.
about, though. Years later,
It
the
started
transatlantic.
1492, Alhambra Decree. And here's how it started. Ironic thing. Sorry to cut you off, Trick, but here's how it started. Selling children.
That's what it's all about.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, that's how Spain.
How many
sold
kids
some
get missing
into-
a year?
Hey, bro.
There's a lot of children today.
Those colonizers come up here and they show you how to set it off, don't they?
They do.
Bro, that's where the concept of godparents comes from. The first black kids that were sold from Spain, because black people made Spain what it is. And then they turned around and got rid of them, took all their stuff, rechristened it, and then said, we're going to sell you and your kids into slavery. They took the kids and sold the kids to godparents. That's where the concept of godparents comes from.
Mm-hmm. That's typical UK behavior.
Yep.
But I was going to say about, because we talking about, you know what I'm saying, black and browns and things like that. I'll do y'all one better. My granddad Mexican, my nigga. Like, but I got family members that's Mexican that live in Laredo, Texas, bro. They don't fuck with niggas, bro. None at all. Family or not, nigga. They ain't fuck with me, bro. I'm about to excuse my French, but yeah, they don't mess with me, bro. When I want to go visit, nope.
That's how they roll.
Oh, like I say, I'm family, nigga. I'm blood with these people, bro. Like, you know. So, like I said, man, at the end of the day, I only care about the innocent people that's getting harmed by ICE. Everybody else, F up out of here, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's all, bro. I don't care if you Mexican, I don't care if you Dominican, I don't care if you Panamanian. If you wrong, you wrong, bro. That's how I feel.
Yo, let's bring this back to box. Bring it back to box. Tay, what we got going on over there, man? You on mute?
No, I'm still on mute. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah.
Oh shit, man. You know, just getting ready for the fight, man. It's a fight day now, so you know what I mean. Everything is shit. Everything is everything, man. You know, he gotta go do what he gotta do, you know what I'm saying, for the return. You know what I mean? Just see where he at, you know what I mean, and we go from there.
It's tonight or tomorrow?
It's tonight at 8 o'clock.
Woo! Let's go, baby.
Yep. Hey, tell Willie Law I said what up, though. I've been contacting both y'all throughout the videos, bro.
Oh yeah, I've seen it, man. I know. I forget D-Man Jr. said I look like a bodyguard and some other shit. I was looking at it, man. I would die laughing.
Yeah.
225 look good on champ too, boy.
Huh?
225.
Well, shit, you know, that's predominantly the way he, you know, normally fought at, especially, you know, the first couple, maybe like the first 4 title defenses, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And you know, throughout his career, you know, earlier than, you know, the last, you know, 8, 9 fights, some shit like that.
Yeah, you look good, man. Yeah, Tay, he look good, man. Matter of fact, ask Wilder, man. I ain't never seen nobody got they trap muscles got muscles.
You say what now?
So I ain't never seen no fighter. His trap muscles got muscles. His back cut up, man.
I mean,
man.
shit. I'm glad because, like I said before, man, you know, Doc here, and you know, he can definitely see the improvements on, you know, from the shoulder, the whole scope of his back. You know what I mean? He really had to do some surgery on that thing, so you know, look good, man. You know, I even though, you know, when he had the media workout, you know what I'm saying.
Wait, Tay, I think you dropped off. Wait, hold. You can hear me?
Nah, man, my phone. I don't know what's wrong with this stupid ass phone, man. But the day after the media day workouts, I flew up the morning. The morning after, you know, I had called him that evening. I said, "Boy, look, from where we started at, you know, from you not hitting no mitts, no nothing for a whole year to where we at now." I said, "Boy, that shit look good, man." You know what I'm saying?
Yo,
You gotta get
there was a
credit to
question.
John House.
There was a question that we spoke about a while ago. Can you explain the Malik Scott situation and how it's not even a situation.
It's not a situation, man. I mean, if people pay, like, what's crazy is, of course they're gonna wait till the fight week to really pay attention to it. But if you seen all the pictures leading up to camp and all that, you never saw Malik. But Malik has a fighter that's fighting this weekend as well that is a champion. While everybody said that Deontay needed to get rid of Malik, Malik got another champion named Zordo. Zordo fighting this weekend.
Now I remember when he won that fight.
So with that being said, I mean, Malik is gonna be with he's gonna be with his champion. Malik is still part of the team. He ain't going nowhere. I don't know what people are talking about, but sometimes what I've learned the most is just let people talk. You know what I mean? Because when you let people talk, things gonna identify themselves for themselves. That's what I've learned. That's my lesson for this week. Let people talk, and things gonna come out to the light and identify itself.
Time out, Tay. Time out, Tay. Judge, click the link, man. I see I gotta educate somebody. Click the link.
Up here. He trolling.
Come up here. Now don't attack him.
What did he say?
I'm hungry this morning. Click the link, Judge.
What did he say?
He says boxing has nothing to do with race. It's people like you who want to bring up race. Just keep it boxing, bro. Click the link. I got questions.
He don't know what he's talking about, man.
No, he don't.
He
I bet
you're
about 20 years old, aren't you, Judge? Click the link. Let me educate you, brother.
I wouldn't even waste my time.
Let me educate you, brother.
I wouldn't even put no energy into that shit, man.
Yeah, he'll troll. He ain't gonna click nothing.
Click the link. There's a link there at the top. Whatever page you want. Click the link. Come up. Let's have a conversation. Click the link, brother. Let's have a conversation. I'm gonna educate you. Click the link, brother.
I wouldn't.
I point out the discrepancies, and magically I'm the problem. For buildings burning down, I'm saying, yo, call the fire department. The building's burning. I'm the problem. You shouldn't talk about the fire. People are dying. What you mean?
Why didn't you
click the link, brother? Click the link, brother. Ain't nobody gonna scream or curse at you or nothing. Click the link. This is an education. I want to see who you are. I want to see what you know. Click the link. Come up here. Let's have a conversation. Let's do it. I got time this morning.
I wouldn't even put no energy towards that shit.
Hey, Drew.
It ain't gonna be no point because all you gonna do is talk in circles.
Bye.
We'll know in 2 minutes. We'll know in 2 minutes.
Get him.
We'll know in 2 minutes.
Is this the last of the great Black Hope?
Exactly. All this education. There's a whole channel called Scrapbook Boxing that gives you times, dates, a historical lesson on what black fighters have gone through then and what they've gone through now. Don't get blindsided because our brother Deontay Wilder's a gazillionaire. He still went through what he went through, and he's still treated how he's treated. I just said at the top of the show, Jake Paul is celebrated for doing what exactly? And Deontay Wilder is cut down after all of his accomplishments. Why? Why?
So wait,
please click the link and let's have a conversation because obviously you're not educated. But click the link, brother. Come up here. Let's have a conversation. I have questions for you. I want you to explain certain things. I have questions. If you're not, enjoy the show. You got options. Either stay here and enjoy it, get educated, or you can leave. Or you can click the link and we can talk like adults. Choice is yours. Don't type anything else if you're not coming up, please don't type anything else.
If race don't matter, the no running rule, who is that targeting?
I don't know. I want Judge to tell us. If race don't matter, what is the no running rule? What is that? What is that? Ridiculous. Now look, here they come. Tay, here they come. Here they come. You see what I mean?
Right.
Wilder said no to undisputed to lose a belt. No. See, this is what I'm saying. If we're not here to correct this shit, people will run off and say whatever.
Yeah, I don't know what they be talking about, man.
We don't know. Look. Here's my response to Thomas. Thomas
Dick and Harry.
Thomas Dick and Harry. AJ's a pussy. That's why there was no undisputed between two black champions. Because AJ's a pussy.
Everybody know that.
He's listening
his own countrymen know that. Frank Smith, which is Eddie Hearn's boss, while Eddie acts like he's the boss, no, he's not. Frank Smith even apologized to you, Deontay, man. Come on, like this is public. This is public information. So
Y'all,
you know when people do stuff like that, just give them public information that they can look up themselves.
y'all don't remember they tried to get Deontay into the zone deal? Then y'all said, "Oh, well, no. Well, AJ's a matchroom fighter. You want to lock Deontay in for $100 million, fighting God knows who." All D asked was, "Is AJ part of the deal?" Oh no, well, we got this. No, is AJ part of the deal? No, okay. He got up and left, and then it's public record. They said we had to apologize because we didn't have our shit together. Read it, look it up. AJ wasn't a part of that DAZN deal, and then
his own countryman.
And instead of saying, "Oh man, that's AJ's fault, that's DAZN's fault," y'all said Deontay ducked $100 million. What the fuck is wrong with y'all? So when y'all get up here and say he needs to be studied because he ducked undisputed, bullshit. That was AJ and Eddie Hearn. That was AJ and Eddie Hearn. Stop it. Eddie Hearn's a liar. He was caught in a lie. Matter of fact, I ain't got to talk to y'all. I can just play the goddamn video. Yes, I can.
Shout out to Blue Blood.
Shout out to Blue Blood. Do I still have it?
Hey, Eddie Cracker, he said, "Good morning, sir." He was mad he had to call Blue sir. Bro.
Wow. I took the damn video off my slides. Give me a second.
Well, just know Blue asked him about, you know what I'm saying, the contract 2 weeks later, you know.
The colonizers are liars, man.
Tell them what Bob said.
They provided me.
Colonizers are liars, man. But like I said, we're not here. That's what I'm saying. It's selective memories. If we're not here to talk about what really happened, these motherfuckers gonna run around and say whatever the hell they want. To this day, we in 2025. You still got motherfuckers saying that it's Deontay's fault, undisputed didn't happen.
But you know what I've noticed about people from the UK though? What I've noticed about something, not gonna say all, but majority of people from the UK, they like to believe their own lies.
Colonizers.
That's what we're dealing with right now, bro.
Colonizers and niggas that are compromised. Colonizers and niggas that are compromised. Because I'll be damned.
What Tay just said, because I got a homie, he got deported back over there back in like 2012. He said the same thing because the UK people, they believe they own BS for real, for real. It's like how they argue is way different from how we argue over here, bro. It's like, I don't know how to explain that shit.
I got you right now. I'm uploading the video right now. Specifically for who's this guy? So Judge ain't want to pull up, you know, typical. But for Tom, Dick, and Harry right here.
Of course not.
Let me bring you up to speed. I'm gonna play something for you. See, cats just pull up here like we ain't got receipts. This is why what we do here is important, and this is why receipts are important. This is why. Give me 1 second. It's uploading. Y'all, these cats really forgot. Y'all be quoting words from a colonizer. Eddie Hearn is a liar. This guy is a liar, capital L, liar. Give me a second. The video's uploaded.
Tay Jones.
He hear you.
Yo, am I good for placing my bet for third round knockout? Am I cool with that?
Oh shit,
he popped up. Yeah.
He fell off. Hold on.
Oh man, I'm trying to get some money, bro. You know what I'm saying?
You stupid.
You wild, bro.
Nah, cause nigga, I'm telling you, Tay and Southern T, bro, those my go-tos, bro.
Yeah, man. Southern T, the goddamn big dog, bro.
Man.
Southern T been on the ant race, bro.
No, the undisputed. This is the shit that drives me crazy, bro.
One face, one name, Deontay Wilder. He's the only one yelling it. What you talking about, dude?
All right, man. We the only cats up here monitoring this shit in real time for the last fucking decade. I also remember when AJ said, "Oh, I don't care if I fight Wilder. I fight him in 2015, 16, 17, 18." It was like 2014 that happened. We was like, "Yo."
I remember when really AJ said, "You fight him."
But hold on.
Yeah, that fucker said you fight him.
Thomas Akinade. Thomas Akinade. That sound like a black lane. You might be a black. You want to be one of those black Brits. But pay attention to this video.
We already know the question I'm going to ask. Everybody very kind of you.
Are you guys going to take it? If not, why not?
Well, because we haven't had an offer yet. All we've had is a piece of paper from a guy from Alabama. So let's see a contract, let's see proof of funds, let's see what we have to do and what our obligations are to earn that kind of money. If it's real, we have to look at it, and it's something that's of interest. But you know, if they expect us to make a decision and accept a fight today based on a piece of paper from, as I said, a guy from Alabama, then they're widely mistaken.
First things first, I want to thank you and appreciate the invite that you had me to such a event.
No problem. Thank you for coming, sir.
I appreciate it. Now, Eddie, the last time we spoke and we did an interview, I asked you about the Deontay Wilder and the negotiations, and you said in two different separate occasions you said that you need to see proof of funds. But I saw a video you did with IFL TV, and you said you never asked to see proof of funds. Could you clear up the confusion with that?
No, I haven't seen proof of funds. I haven't asked to see proof of funds. I've just asked some very simple questions, which they've answered, to be fair to them. Let's see proof of funds. 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 Let's see proof of funds.
Y'all get the picture. Y'all get the picture. Y'all get the picture. You see what I mean? You see what I mean? I know we all look alike, but Blue spoke to him literally 2 weeks apart. Right. He said, "Let's see a contract. Let's see proof of funds." 2 weeks later, in between that, he does an interview with IFL TV and says, "I never asked to see a contract. I never asked to see proof of funds." Then tells Blue, who walks around with the same hat, his name is on the front of his fitted, and says, "Could you clear it up?" And he says, "I never asked to see a contract. I never asked to see proof of funds." 2 weeks prior, he just told Blue that. I'm like, are you kidding me? But somehow, this is Deontay's fault. The dude is a colonizing liar. Hey, black folk in the UK, I know you ride or die. You guys are some ride or die boxing fans. I respect it, but call it what it is. Eddie Hearn fucked y'all off. We were supposed to get Undisputed way back like in 2017.
Come on, talk about it, Drew.
We were supposed to get it way back then. That fight did not happen because of AJ's decision to allow Eddie Hearn to dictate his career.
That's right.
That's what happened. That's what happened. We didn't get it because of them. This man asked for, what, 100 mil? D said, check your email. You know what y'all said? D never made 100 mil. Okay.
How's he going to do that?
Shelly Finkel and Al Heyman have access to people who can foot the bill for that. This is way before Turkey Al-Sheikh. And then what was said? He said, "I'm not going to sell my soul for, what was it, 50 million?
50 million.
I'm not going to sell my soul." So you're not going to sell your soul for the money you asked for?
Come on.
What are we talking
exactly
about?
What he said.
50%.
Sounds like what's going 50%. On right now, right? With Brian Norman.
Yep.
Uh-oh.
Man, I'm not going to comment on that until the dust settles. I'm done. That shit is giving me a goddamn aneurysm. You know what I'm saying? But we have what you call receipts.
Come on.
We have receipts. I have video. These are not unedited. This is what these dudes are doing and saying. And how can I believe what you say when I see what you do? AJ is the A side in every direction back then.
Come on.
There was no excuse for him to have 3 belts and not want to complete the task by knocking out Wilder, something that y'all said he could do. He never did it.
No excuse.
There was no excuse for this. And y'all want to talk about $100 million deal when AJ wasn't a part of that deal. Y'all guys got to stop this, man. It's literally 8 years later and y'all still on that bullshit. Stop it, man. Please stop. Y'all are looking so ridiculous right now. We have so many receipts on Anthony Joshua. That man is a coward. That man is a coward. Capital C. He's a
Big
coward,
wuss.
bro.
Big wuss.
He's an absolute coward.
But he in Africa training them little kids, though.
Man, I don't give a damn what this dude is doing. He get on my nerves, man.
Me too, bro.
He get on my nerves because I was a supporter of his. I'm dead ass. I was a supporter of this dude, and for him to behave in this fashion was completely ridiculous. And I didn't see that sense of that level of cowardice. I didn't see that in him. I really didn't.
Wild if he got in the ring.
Say again.
Did he say he's gonna call the police on Wild if he got in the ring?
Oh man. Oh, that was after he beat Parker. And what happened was
oh man.
He invited Eddie Hearn invited Deontay out to the UK, right? And Deontay didn't go. Because what they wanted him to do was they wanted Deontay to storm the ring to try and get at AJ. And he was going to sick his attack animal, Dillian White on him. And he got mad when Deontay ain't fall for it. Because when they threw the mic in his face, he said, "Oh, I can't believe Deontay's not here. We got Dillian White here." I said, whoa, whoa, whoa. Why are you bringing up Dillian White? Why are you bringing him up? He was going to put the play was Deontay was going to press Deontay was going to press AJ, and he was going to put Dillian White in front of him. That's what the play was.
Yep, 1,000 days.
I ain't going over there for that shit.
Yep, 1,000 days.
1,000 cheese.
Man, we not falling for none of that garbage.
And Drew, it's crazy how you tell all these stories and we can just finish your sentence because, like I said, we know this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
man, I know the play.
All
I
too
know
well.
bullshit it when I see it at the door. All right, those dudes over there ducked. Capital D, they ducked. We didn't have a black undisputed champion because of AJ's decision to put his faith into that colonizer.
And that's history.
I'm not wrong on that.
He got to live with that forever, too.
He got to live with that.
That's right.
And now, the only people that care about the fight is people like me. And Tay will tell you, every time AJ's in the same vicinity, the nigga frees up. He's legitimately scared of him. When a mouse sees the cat, the mouse freezes. When the cat looks at it, he takes off.
Oh, he'll freeze up like, excuse me, I gotta go to the doctor, man.
Kid is a pussy, man.
Yeah, man.
The kid is a pussy. Don't I'm not gonna baby him. The kid is a pussy. He is a pussy. And it's the heavyweight division, it's boxing, and the inevitable happened. Somebody wins, somebody loses.
Because at the end of the day, they could have had Chris, what's the Eubank Jr. kind of been before that happened, bro? It could have happened probably like 2 or 3 times.
Mm-hmm.
It could have been just like that. Historical, you know?
AJ fucked
but at
up
least
that
they
history.
got it done, and it was a big, nice event, too. That was a good-ass fight.
AJ fucked up his history.
Scared to do it, bro.
He fucked up his own history. You come over to my city, you get bashed around the fucking ring. You come to my city, right? You get your shit beat in, and the first thing you say is, I wish I lost to Wilder.
Speak on it.
Crazy.
You fucking idiot. You dummy. And guess what, AJ? You came over here and got poisoned.
Yup.
That's what they did to you, stupid.
No BBV. For real.
Al Beasy says, if AJ was the A-side, why was Wilder asking for 50-50 at one point, 60-40? Al Beasy, I'm not going to click back and forth with you. Click the link, brother. Let's have a conversation.
Yeah, man.
I thought Wilder said he'll take the 12.5 flat. You know what I'm saying?
Come on, man. It was legitimately damn near 4 to 5 years of nonsense. Deontay was taking short money. He wanted to go to the UK and do it. He said he conceded to everything. Mm-hmm. That 50-50 shit was the last straw when AJ said, I'm not selling my soul for $50 million. The $50 million you asked for, bro.
That's what he said.
And then he said, you know what? Y'all playing games. Y'all playing games. All right, I'm undefeated. I got the last piece of the puzzle. Y'all playing games. You know what? Fine. Y'all want to play games? It's 50-50 if you want it now. And then now y'all call that a duck? Now you call it a duck?
Come on.
And,
That's
and never
exactly
did
what
I
happened,
believe
bro.
that AJ couldn't
Al
possibly beat
Beezy, what
Wilder.
you do is
And,
you don't
and I
type
support
no
Wilder
more.
since, you know.
You don't type no more. You click the link and state your case. I have questions. I have questions. Click the link, come up.
Once you start dropping that truth, they always run away.
They always run away. They don't want to click
That's
the link.
the
They
road
want to
to
turn the
that
camera
rage,
on.
man.
After you get all the insults out the way, let's talk some boxing. You're incapable.
Throw them
It's
freedom
not even
papers,
safe in the
Ice.
chat. I'm telling you to come up. Now what you going to do? What you going to tell me? I'm at work. I'm driving. I can't. The kids are up. I got to walk the dog. What is it?
Flying a plane.
Come on now. Let's go. Click the link, buddy.
I'm driving the sub right now in the water, man. Wait till we
Let's
surface.
go. Let's go. I'm with the shits this morning.
He probably couldn't breathe. He got air in his lungs, you know. Blood in his veins.
And then when they do click the link, their phones be all fucked up.
I'm about to do some surgery, man. I'll be right back.
You know what I'm saying? My mama's sick. I gotta go give her pills.
Right.
Come on, man. Let's go.
Let's
go.
Over,
we were
man.
here
Hold
for
on.
this. We were here for this. Stop dropping numbers that are real, but you're misrepresenting them.
Yep.
That 50-50 shit was the last straw. But talk about everything that happened the 5 years prior to that. We was here for everything, bruh. Let's go. Let's go.
But PEDs didn't play no factor in Devin performance, though. Let them tell it.
Fuck out of here. Let's go.
But Devin only lost twice. He got knocked down in, but Devin got beat so bad. You're right.
Let's get it, man. Click the link. You ain't got just turn your camera on. Let me know you're a real person. Let's have a conversation. I'm not gonna curse you out. I'm not gonna scream or holler. Let's get to the facts. Let's speak the facts. Pull up all the articles. I know this shit forwards and backwards, man. I was here for everything. And I was an AJ supporter, like I was a Canelo supporter. Until they start moving and shaking funny. Because I love the sport first. But what I'm not gonna let y'all do is lie on fighters. I said fighters. I don't care what race I don't care what race, culture, or creed. Right is right, is wrong is wrong. I was a Canelo supporter. Me and Xavier on Facebook defending him. But once you pop dirty and don't admit it, nah, bro, I gotta fall back.
Yep.
I gotta fall back. Don't talk to us like we wasn't here. Don't talk to us like the fight didn't happen because it was Deontay's fault. How? A-Side makes the goddamn decisions. I never seen goalposts moving on a level in which Matchroom and Eddie Hearn with AJ has done it. I never seen it in my life. I never seen it like that. Please click the link. I'm uploading my. Give me a second. I see the line on backstage.
Goddamn Drew hot.
Yeah, boy, hot.
That boy hot.
It ain't hot outside today. It's like 70.
It's already facts though.
These cats don't want no goddamn smoke.
Right now. Hope be 99 today.
No, Drew, I got all the smoke.
Let's go. Let's get it. Let's get it. Donato says device not connected. Hold on. Let me try and find this video. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second.
Yeah, AJ messed up the course of history, man. That's crazy. And he got to live with that forever.
Yep.
Every time he look in the mirror, he got to remember that he destroyed the heavyweight division with that move.
I agree with that.
He sure did.
He literally created Usyk and Fury.
He sure
Facts.
did.
They wouldn't be around.
Fact.
That's crazy.
He did it.
Well,
he did.
I got the Bulls right. I got the Bulls writing it wrong with Usyk though. I'ma love it too.
It's ridiculous. I'm looking for this video right the fuck now.
And I got Tevin Farmer schooling that little kid. You know.
I got
and
Tevin
I'm
too.
gonna tell you something. The reason why I see Tevin Farmer beating Kid Schofield too. Did y'all see what Tevin Farmer proposed to his girlfriend on his page?
Yup.
He got a rejuvenation on life, bro.
Bro, Tevin my dude, bro. Like outside the ring, bro, he's a better person outside the ring too, bro. Like, that's my brother, bro. Like I said, he's right down the street from me. For real.
So he got a whole rejuvenation on life and boxing.
Yup, on my life. And you know the famous clip when the old girl held that head up, like, boy.
I'm talking about,
bro.
Man, come on, bro. Gave me cold chills just now thinking about it.
But I'm telling you, bro.
He said he knew after the end that was the one.
Facts. Yup. Yeah. Now, but I got like I said, Kid Austin, he can fight, but to me, he like a C+ fighter, bro. Like I said, Tevin, he move, it's hard to hit him.
And then with this,
So has he said? Has Kid Austin said in the interview yet what was actually wrong with him?
But they liars, bro. I don't believe him.
You talking about in Dubai, in Saudi?
Yeah.
No, they've been dodging that question for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to hear nothing else his pops got to say.
That is pop. That's his grandmama, bro. Like that nigga's clowns, bro. I don't like dude.
That's his grandma.
Auntie.
Yeah, I don't like dude at all, bro.
But we loving brown people though, y'all.
Nah, I'll never go with that, bro.
You need to get
bruh.
There's no coming back from that, bro. There's no once you're black and you defend Ryan Garcia, there is no coming back from that. I don't want to hear anything you gotta say, bro. I'm done.
Facts.
I'm telling you, karma was coming for John Jones' ass too. That's why he opted out.
Hey, get off my.
Oh, you see how they treat him?
In their aura, karma was coming from, bro.
Hey, listen. I don't know if he did anything dirty, but I don't even care, bro. You know what I'm saying? Tyson Fury got away with everything. I don't even care, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's how I feel about Chavez Jr, bro.
Hey, wait, hold on though.
They give John Jones trash for picograms. Ryan had 1,000 the level of John Jones.
Yo, wait, hold on though. Y'all did see John Jones singing with Ryan Garcia though, right?
Facts, I'm telling you.
Yep.
But
you know, I felt back for that,
when I was
bro.
finna flatline that dude.
Yeah.
John Jones is a suburban dude.
Yeah, he ain't growing no hard streets of Tennessee, you know.
What I mean is John Jones
from
a colored full family, you feel me?
Yeah, that's true. But
so they
man.
Code like that.
But listen, they dragging John Jones right now on every MMA post. They are dragging him,
and that's why I don't drag him. Because
ain't nobody called him an MF, but he called himself the other day.
Yep.
Now watch
listen,
this.
I say
after all the good he's done,
right there, boy.
After all the good he's done, they dragging him, right?
Yep.
That's right.
Okay. Yeah, but guess what? He don't need our help.
No, he don't.
He don't need our help. He don't. He
Round
don't. He good. He'll be all right. He good. He good. Because as great as a fighter he is, they're always gonna bring up how he fucked up out the ring.
Mm-hmm. Drew, you know who need our help?
That's what you niggas got to deal with.
Y'all know who need our help? Cain Velasquez. Free Cain Velasquez, baby.
Man, free Cain, bro.
You already know.
Free Cain.
Yeah,
For
man.
real.
Hey, what is that, brother? He Mexican, right?
He's Venezuelan.
He Venezuelan.
Venezuelan. Now let me show you something real quick, and I'll leave it alone after this. Now Dana White is good friends with Trump, and this man was with the UFC, made money for this man. You mean to tell me that Dana couldn't help him out? How he helped Conor out when Conor should have went to jail in New York?
Yep,
that's true.
Y'all boys better wake up.
You better stop.
Hey, I've been away since November 3rd, 1988 at 7:13 a.m. baby on a Thursday. I've been awake, bro. Real.
Yeah, I'm talking about.
Real for real.
See what I mean? These guys be on the wrong side of history, and Felix said, he said, let the black y'all niggas go ahead and fight y'all fight. I'm not aligning with y'all. It was in 1956, y'all.
Even one of their heroes they got up there in Cali. They got some streets named after them.
After him?
Chavez dude. They got some streets named after him. Even he was calling them wetbacks and said that they need to deport them, and he was going against them, their own people.
Bro,
these are facts, bro.
Yo, listen.
They own people saying deport them.
They got Civil War colonels and captains. They got statues in New York. Y'all remember that? They had to take some of them shits down because they was like, wait a minute, these dudes was whooping niggas and hanging them and putting them on the front line to get their heads knocked off by cannons, and this guy was bad. You understand? And they had statues of them right up here in my city. They had to take them down. Never forget, man. One of the regrets, people that were around back then, call it what it is. We ain't fighting for civil rights. It was black rights because he didn't want to align with us. And that's what the aggravation is. We're saying, yo, look, man, a lot of black people was like, yo, we gonna sit this one out, bro, because we tried this.
Didn't have done that.
So I understand. It is a double-edged sword. I'm not with separating babies from their parents. I ain't with that. Do better with that. But as far as you know, how the white man do here on this soil. We've been knew. You know who else knows? The natives of this land, the red people, the Native Americans. They know.
Damn Indians know for sure.
They're looking like, yo, y'all didn't know this shit? Y'all thought y'all was exempt? Nah, we on these reservations. Why you think? How the fuck you think you got here? Why you think we here? Are y'all not? What makes you think? And also to the Asians who also raised to hate us. What makes you think? At the end of the day, if you're not WASP, they don't want to fucks with you. They'll use you. The Irish and the Italians came over here, Ellis Island over here, and they swore into this country, and they were in slums and neighborhoods. And you know, when their numbers grew and our numbers grew, you know what those white folks told them? They said, you know what you got going for yourself? You're not as dark as them. So I need your red hair and green eyes over here, and I need your black hair and tan skin over here. 95% of you smell like garlic. Hashtag Archie Bunker, but you not black. And that's how they got
Italian civil rights movement.
You remember that the Italians had that civil rights movement? Italians under attack, gangsters and mobsters. It wasn't us. It was them doing it to y'all. But we got to get the backlash. And I asked this Chinese dude that work at my job. I say, you mad? You say all this stuff about black people. I hear you. You know, but you ain't saying it in a way disrespectful, but you saying it in the way that you curious. But we didn't drop no bomb on China and Hiroshima and Nagasaki. Black people didn't do that. Why are you mad at us?
Man.
Only in this country because of us, dog. If there was
no
immigrant, would not have immigrated here. And if you did here, we could like track.
We ain't do shit to nobody. We ain't do shit to anyone.
We just baked the. Excuse me, not we, because I'm an immigrant. But y'all just baked
yeah, man. Yeah, man.
I've been here passing it.
Yeah, man. Blood cloud. Nah,
brethren.
I've been here trying to pass.
He said, because I'm an immigrant, my bad.
But it's just crazy to me if you sit back and think about it. It's letting you know not only are we the chosen people, but we are from the gods, period. Everybody hates on one culture, color, creed, but everybody takes from it, want to be like it, and benefit from it. And you mean to tell me us can come from being enslaved all those years to over here walking on bare feet to have nothing to influence in the world? Man, we are the shit. I love waking up and seeing me being black. I would be jealous too. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, me too.
I'll be jealous too.
I don't know.
Goddamn, get along and get the rhythm and get some of it and be cool.
You said,
motherfucker, we are the standard. That's why they gotta cheat, beat us, and everything else, man.
That's how I live my life.
We are the standard. I don't give a fuck what any of these motherfuckers say. We are the damn standard.
That's the reason why they want to say no running.
They break dancing.
Nobody do it like us.
They're break dancing in Korea. That started right here in my motherfucking borough, the Bronx.
Too. They rapping too.
I was talking about that at work last night.
They rapping too, bro.
That shit crazy.
And they jamming too.
On my life, they jam. Them beats go hard.
They jamming.
Them beats go hard,
bro.
Drill music in Korea.
It's on some. That's why they battling it all over there.
Drill music in Korea. I never thought I'd see the day.
Hey, they battle rap, Drew. Oh my goodness,
with real balls.
They battle rap, Drew.
I saw Indians battle rapping. I said, "What are you looking at?"
I mean, we gave the world language and math.
Indeed.
And both.
Straighten their backs out and everything. Cleaned them up, washed them, civilized them. And it's the Thanks weekend. Come on, man.
He said, y'all ain't got no love for the West Coast.
Come on, man. In the words of Dr. John Henry Clark, I posted this on my X, Monty Master Moose LLC, and on my Instagram. The black people don't owe nobody nothing but an ass woman.
Yep.
Man, they better be glad we just wanted equal rights and not revenge.
So you just triggered me. Just think about if blacks decided to retaliate.
Yeah. I can't find this one video with AJ. Yeah. I have it here. My shit is all jumbled up though. Y'all remember when I did that video when AJ was pretty much contradicting himself when he asked for the 50 million.
Mm-hmm.
And D said, check your email, and then he said he's not selling his soul. Y'all remember that?
Yeah. Money's in the bag.
Yeah, the money's in the bag.
Give me $50 million.
Yeah, $50 million. $50 million.
Tell your boy Eddie check his email. The money in the bag.
Boy Eddie check the email. They mean $50 million.
Be a
I'm
man.
not selling my soul. All right. Okay, well, there it is. He's a
I tell
pussy.
you what, you want me to fight him?
You
Give
fight
me 50 million.
You fight him.
I tell you want me to fight him? You fight him. I tell you what, give me 50 million. I was like, 50 mil? He said, yo, check your email. I'm not selling my soul. 50 million, baby. Y'all remember that? 50 million, baby. Oh, I'm not selling my soul. Hey, nigga, what? You just asked. Wait, whatever, bro. Okay.
Yo.
You's a pussy, man.
Big pussy.
Don't tell me about no Anthony Joshua.
I'd have respected you more if you said, I don't want to be cussed.
I'm not selling my soul.
I'm going to tell you what's crazy. Anthony Joshua is Tank, bro. Yeah, he's a big Tank.
Yeah,
you know, just think about it. Eddie Hearn is Floyd Mayweather protecting him. And he's fighting the people who he's supposed to be, and they picking fighters for him. And I'm gonna tell you who Lamont Roach was. Lamont Roach was Usyk.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yo.
Nasty work.
Nasty work.
Disgusting work. Disgusting work.
Oh my goodness.
AJ selling.
Look, bro, on that hound trace to get that video. In the words of Bob, tell the haters, shut the fuck up.
Shut the fuck up, you prick.
Bro.
You call him a prick. I remember that whole interview, bro.
Man, Bob off the goddamn. When you that old, you don't care no more, man.
He had that bad bag. He had that
Fuck
bad
almost
reefer.
1,000, boy. He don't care.
Yeah, they getting the wrong reefer. He was like, nah, this ain't that good.
Yeah, I want that real shit.
Yeah, he cussed everybody out. Yeah.
As fuck, I can't find this damn video. I know I got like.
I know, man. I'm trying to remember what song this dude AJ was singing when he was like, man, when he's trying to be a thug, bro. He's singing all these songs, bro.
Fell off. He's in the back.
He said Big Meat.
Yeah.
And you remember he was influenced by the Big Meats, the Larry Hoovers.
Yeah. He said the wrong name. Yeah.
I'm coming for them belts, boy.
That's what I'm talking about. That part.
Yeah, I got that video. I got that video. I'm looking for one in particular.
Yeah, Drew, I know you got so many, bro. That's what I was getting. That's what I was looking for.
I'm coming for that butt, boy.
Coming for that butt, boy. I'm coming on that butt. What'd you say, nigga? I said I meant belts.
For real.
I got that right here.
Oh my goodness.
No.
I said, yo, is he gonna win? Are you a real fighter? Is he gonna win? Am I gonna win? Huh, I'm gonna try. Goddamn, got beat the fuck up.
All of them.
I'm coming for those belts, boy.
One thing I would tell you is not to get into boxing.
Yeah, bro, I got all of those videos, bro. I got all of them.
That's crazy.
Got all of them.
No.
All of them.
Oh boy, big pussy, bro. Oh man, that dude, boy, what the hell?
Hey brothers, can y'all hear me now?
Yeah. We get you. We get you, brother.
Yeah, I don't know what was going on with my phone. Yeah, I don't know what was going on with my phone.
That's coming from your phone. Or you got something else playing? He said, "I'm coming for those belts, boy."
He did it.
This motherfucker.
It looked dead at the camera with it.
Oh, I was like, "Yo, what's he talking about? What's wrong with your man's in now?"
I'm telling you, remember when he's in America, when he's in Texas, he was trying to be a black man, bro.
Oh, here it is right here, y'all.
So I'm coming for them belts, boy. You're gonna see the raft of the new champ. Different energy, different spirit. Coming to win. I tried to learn boxing, stick and move. Isolating the sweet science of the sport, doctrinating my style. We're going back to the raw, rugged streets. That's where I belong. I never followed no athletes growing up, no movie stars. I followed the hustlers, the Rayful Edmonds, the Jeff Ports, the Nicky Barnes, the Big Meaches, the Larry Hoovers. You understand me? They're the people that gave me that inspiration, the ones that came up from the streets to the top of the world, the empires, the bangers, the hustlers.
that's what's fueling me again. Sometimes in life, no matter how far you go, always remember where you came from.
Always remember where you came
You
from.
understand me?
This is the man. This is what bothers me. This is what bothered me about that. This is what bothered me. This is what bothered me about this. What bothered me about that was
He gave his father no credit.
he had all of his father in his life. Yep. All of them.
I remember you
His
talking
father
about it,
was
bro.
so mad after the Andy Ruiz fight that he was ready to beat Eddie Hearn's ass because he was like, I was telling you that my boy was not feeling well.
Yep.
He was ready to fight him. This guy had, so you're gonna undermine your father and big up these black gangsters that we don't even claim?
You understand me?
You fucking idiot. You dummy, you got your whole father there. You want to give me Nicky Barnes. Shut up.
You understand me?
Yo,
Shut
y'all see what this dude look like when he's a person? AJ, bro. Robbie roasting niggas all day, bro. Funny looking little thing, bro. Big old teeth.
My goodness.
Bruh. Nah, dude, he'll gump.
He looked demented in that interview.
I mean,
the Jeff Potts.
Nah, he's trying to make sure his words was on point. He was really
Larry Hoover.
Man, that was
the Jeff Potts.
Ridiculous thing. I got mad when I heard that because I'm like, this brother has no excuse.
None, bro. And you was picked. And you was picked.
You're not even American, bro. Talking about my people and shit.
I saw a picture of him sitting down somewhere. He had on a do-rag, and I said, "Bro, I don't know if they rock do-rags out there like that, but
hell no.
He was doing it to try and make a statement." And I'm like, "Bro, you ain't gotta do all of that. What's wrong with you, bro?"
Didn't you say he got dropped off in the village in New York, Drew?
Yo, listen, y'all. That's
Anthony Johnson.
That's a true story, bro. That's a true story. For those of you that are not from New York,
the village.
Those of you who are not from New York, the village is the place that's the neighborhood where that's the gay community over there. It's been that way forever, right? And after he lost to Andy Ruiz that Sunday, he went live on his Instagram back when I followed him. I said, "Oh, he's live." So I went to his live on Instagram and I'm looking. I said, "There's a basketball court there. It's called West 4th. They have basketball tournaments there, but it's in the middle of the village."
Right there.
And the sun was up, and you don't go down there unless you want to be in it. Listen,
win with balls.
When you get off the plane over here, you have to ask, "Yo, where the neighborhood at?" So the cabs could take you. "Oh, you want to go here? Okay, I'm gonna take you here." Now, that's West 4th Street. Madison Square Garden is 30 blocks uptown. The fighters usually stay across the street at the Penn Hotel. It's right across the street. What the fuck was he doing 30 blocks downtown in that neighborhood? Why did he go way uptown to Harlem, to 125th Street? Why did he go to the 9/11 Memorial? There was so many. Why the fuck was that his first stop?
He's looking for crumpets.
And by the way, he's a worldwide star. No, only one dude recognized him. Some black dude walked by. He stopped and looked. He said, "Hey, man, how you gonna let that fat Spanish kid do that to you?" "Oh, I'll get him next time." That was on a live stream, bro.
Now you call AJ Peaches first.
Man, I was in the chat. People was in the chat. Act Reach was in the chat. The dudes that knew, they were like, "Hold on, what you doing down there, AJ?" In the chat. In the chat. You gotta be from New York to understand.
You understand me?
I said, "Yo, what's he doing there?"
He told that cab driver, "Take me to the village."
Take me to the neighborhood. He could have been walking down Fifth Avenue where everyone's spending money. But why is the village your first stop, bruv?
Nah, see
what the fuck was that?
He was actually asking to be taken where the bangers and the hustlers are.
No.
Oh shit.
Oh man.
Oh, wait, yeah, I gotta hit that up.
What? And the guy was like, "Oh," he took one look at him. He's like, "Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
I know what
you ain't no gangster."
Don't worry,
you understand me?
You understand me?
I know what type of bangers you're looking for.
Sit tight,
You're gonna be sticking my head out there.
You understand me?
Answer my heart. Answer my heart. Real.
I want to go with the other boys, boy. You understand me? Yeah, I understand. Let me I'll get you there.
Man.
It was probably innocent enough. Like he really wasn't asking for that.
I bet that cab driver sped out.
So I guess Al Beezy ain't pulling up, you know.
Nope.
So let me take his whack ass
No,
comment.
bangers means sausage in
We
UK,
start
right?
talking about Wilder. This here come these names. Fucking.
You know what, Drew? I'm about to actually watch that movie, bro. That's crazy. I'm about to watch that after this, for real.
Wow.
So wait, hold on.
Killmonger was my guy, man.
The Star Dome says y'all must be hurt when Wilder got beat by Fury 3 times, took his belt. That's so sad. Well, you know what's sad? That you won't click the link. The Stardom. I bet you won't click that link though.
Nah, I was
First
more
off,
mad
the
that
nigga
his
can't
mama
hold on, y'all. Hold on. The Stardom. You like drug dealing crackheads? You like coke sniffing cheaters? Click the link. If not, every wrench will beat the shit out you. Don't say nothing else. Damn, I sound like BFTB now, don't I?
Yep. And your man's kiss man's. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah. Oh, your boy. You talking about Fury?
Yep. I know he do
Tyson
cold.
Fury being spoken to by Ben Davison. And there's the moment. The pre-fight kiss. I have never, ever seen that before.
Damn.
You gotta love how the announcer called him a faggot.
That was a good time.
I've never seen that before. I've seen that before. You remember Tyson was kissing somebody.
Come on now. Come on, click the link, brother. Let's have some fun. The Star Dome. You give a lot of dome, don't you?
He like Corey. He like
Got dome. I got dome from that chick. Click the link,
Dudes
bro.
like that should have been jacked off on the outside in the alley on a hot day with a prostitute.
Come on, man.
When you visit your favorite call girl, ask for the Stardome special.
Come on, man. This nigga fucking picture does fly out his ass, man. Come on now, click the link. Let's party.
Drew, what's the name of that word? What Tyson Fury say is Kari? What is it?
What you say?
The Kari word when he's talking about other people's penises and things. That word.
Oh,
gay.
You have a big Corey.
Yeah, there you go. Freak ass, yeah.
He asked Francis Ngannou, does he have a big dick? Bro?
Big punk, boy. I'm telling you,
bro.
Tyson Fury look like he
Come on,
like
bro.
that, bro.
3 different black men. Tyson Fury has inquired about the size. He's inquired. He said, "I bet Wilder has a big one." Said,
I'm not trying to put that on the UK. I'm putting it on him.
He said, "Come on, bro.
You have a big Corey."
That's how Tyson Fury was doing when he was little. Pull it out, boy. Let me see it.
You have
There's
a big
nothing
Corey.
there. You're too big to have nothing there.
Do you have
Go
a
out there and
big
get some bull
Corey?
balls. Bull balls will make you grow.
And I got another question for Stardom. How did your mans know to eat pig nuts to get all of that, you know what I'm saying, up in the system, bro? Like, come on, man.
What happened to Mark and Care? What about happened to Mark Carefoot? What happened to him? With the bull balls.
Can we get a wellness check for Martin Carefoot?
I'm telling you.
What's that dude name with that $5 million on his head? What's that dude name? David what? Oh, okay.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, he ain't gonna click the
Kinnaman.
Yeah.
Oh man, if you's a nigga. You have a big Corey.
Hold on. Drew, didn't Tyson Fury say, and if you don't know, now you know, nigga.
And if you don't know, now you know,
Damn.
That's who you like?
So there's been a few, but people take drugs, don't they, in boxing? They all take drugs, I'd say. All of them.
Really?
Yeah. I'd say they're all abusing performance enhancers or weight strippers or whatever they're going to do to take drugs. I think they all take drugs. All athletes.
Define all. Who's your...
Everybody.
Well, obviously you're not talking about yourself, so...
That's who you defending?
You see the look away? You see the look away at the end?
Is this the
I
guilty
heard
look
my
away
man is, man. My brother's clean. He's a clean fighter with natural born black ability. Your man is a drug addict, a drug seller, a drug cheat, and he's a piece of shit and he's gay.
Francis, come here, ESPN. Is this your next fight? I'm the boxing heavyweight champion, UFC heavyweight champion. He's in great shape. Look at the muscles on him.
And we're gonna find out who is the baddest motherfucker on the planet.
Good man, Francis.
Yeah.
We apologize for the language.
I get a couple months, then I'll be right back on my feet.
We'll speak. He's a good looking chubby, isn't he?
Yeah.
Have you got a big Corey?
Huh?
Have you got a big Corey?
No. Big what?
Big Corey.
Hey, this is getting off the chains, but will we see it in the octagon or will we see it in the ring?
Yeah, thank you.
Octagon or ring?
Well, this is going to be a very special fight, like never before seen in the history of our sport. You know, we're not talking two light guys, 140 pounds. I'm 170, he's 270 pounds, so it's going to be an...
I'm gay. Gay, like super gay. Like one down here, one here, one here, one here gay. I thought you knew that.
There is no part. There is no part of a Fury.
Yo.
You cannot block the roast for this guy. I got too much ammunition for this dude.
For real.
Do you have the video?
Literally the biggest pillow biter in boxing. Please
his
have
brother
a
got
nice
caught being gay?
With
Shut
love
the fuck
handles.
up. You know what I'm talking about? The video where his brother got caught being gay, kissing or
Oh yeah, I did a video on that.
Oh, you talking about when he's on the show?
Tommy
on that
was
one
kissing
show.
this dude on the mouth.
Queer
bro.
Island.
Yeah.
Then he was naked
Come on,
in the shower.
bro.
Hey, boss.
Some people are telling us we Americans are uptight. No, nigga, that's gay, man. What the fuck?
The Gypsy Queen.
Hey, my brothers. Hey, I see y'all on 78's chat.
78's live?
Yeah, he just started. I'm finna head over that way.
Oh yeah. Let's go to the general. Let's go to the general.
All right, salute.
Yo, salute y'all. Bomb Squad all day.
Bomb Squad.
Y'all make sure y'all catch it. And payperview.com. Love y'all, brothers.
All right, peace and love, bro.
Let's head over to the general right now.
Okay, have a crappy weekend. Hope your house burns down.
Fuck you very much.
Move!
Why are you gay?
Who says I'm gay?
You are gay.